gentlemen, you're watching Yes.
Another game, another victory for the Bombers. After one, Carlos dominated on the hill last night. Another looks to do the same this afternoon. It is an American League East battle as the New York Yankees take on the Tampa Bay Rays on a Saturday at George M. Steinbrenner Field in Florida. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. I'm Nancy Newman. The Yankees have won 5 games in a row. It's their longest winning streak since last July, and the latest victory was the result of some shutdown pitching and highlight reel defense. That gives us good reason to take another look at some of those highlights. Let's go. The defense has been locked in all year, but last night was very special. Started off with Anthony Volpe making a play deep in the hole, and then Paul Goldschmidt completing it with the nifty scoop. One Gold Glover to another. Goldschmidt kept it going by cutting down a run with the infield in. The Yankees are tied for the most defensive runs saved in the majors, and they might have saved the very best for last. Trent Grisham, watch as he runs down the ball in deep center. He got it into Volpe, and he made an on-the-money throw to Oswaldo Cabrera to rob Aranda of a triple. Webb gems all around. That was the Yankees' first 1-0 win since June of 2023 versus the Texas Rangers. The winning streak is at 5, and the pitchers combined for a season-high 15 strikeouts. Here's what Anthony Volpe had to say about last night's game, starting with a third-inning play where he turned a 114-mile-per-hour line drive into an out.
He smoked it, so my hand's still feeling it, but I mean, it was right at me, so I feel like I should have caught it on the fly.
But the one in the hole that you had to stretch there?
Yeah, that one's just reaction, but we practiced those a lot. Chappie pushed us pretty good, so you want plays like that in the game because we feel like we practice them a lot.
Goldschmidt first.
No, I mean, I've been spoiled having Reyes and Goldie play first for me, so it's the worst feeling in the world knowing that the ball's going to be in the dirt when it's on the way, but once they pick it and you feel really good about it and you thank them, and it feels good.
As an infielder, how much of a safety net does that feel like when you kind of, in your mind, know if you just get it over there, there's a pretty decent chance the first baseman's going to pick it?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I said, I feel spoiled. They work really hard, and I try to work really hard to make their lives really boring and not have to do that stuff. But yeah, it's like you said, a nice safety net and one that I never want to use, but comes in handy on those like difference maker range plays.
Anthony, you obviously were a big part of several plays this evening, but just overall, what have you thought of this team defense?
It's been amazing. I mean, I think we work really, really hard on obviously the plays and the physical side, but I think the communication's been great, and guys feeding off each other and just wanting to back up the pitcher, and it's kind of a contagious feeling on defense. You know, once the ball's put in play, it's going to be an out.
With that on, we go to this afternoon's game with the starting pitching matchup. Shane Baz gets the ball for the Rays. He is 2-0 with a 1.42 ERA, and he's coming off an outing where he struck out 11 over 6 innings. For the Yankees, it's the man who kicked off this winning streak, Carlos Carrasco. He's 2-1, and he fired a gem last time out. Back then, the Yankees were looking for a quality outing from a starter not named Max Fried, and Carrasco more than delivered. 5 innings against the Kansas City Royals on Monday, just 1 run on 1 hit. He struck out 4, walked a pair. Outside of a home run by Bobby Witt Jr. after a 10-pitch battle, Carrasco retired 14 of the final 15 batters he faced, and it sparked a strong turn for the rotation. Yankee starters have an ERA just over 2.5 during this winning streak. Since 2016, Carrasco has had 4 starts of at least 5 innings and just 1 hit allowed, including Monday's outing against the Royals. He and the other Yankee starters are holding opponents to a dazzling 182 batting average during the winning streak. Carrasco will try to keep that going, and this will be just his 2nd start against the Rays since 2019. The Yankees bullpen has been lights out all season. Their relievers are the best in baseball when it comes to strikeouts. And last night, Luke Weaver looked particularly electric while putting the finishing touches on that gem. In our Toyota quote of the day, Aaron Boone talked about Weaver seamlessly transitioning from last year's closer to this season's ace setup man.
That's who Luke is. He's super competitive, but combined with, there's humility about him too, and he just, it's about the team, and he knows he's going to be there in some of the biggest moments of the most important games, whether that's closing it out or whether that's pitching in the biggest spot in the 7th or the 8th. He's really thrived in that role. I did have a conversation when we first brought Devin in just to, be upfront about the role, but he's such a great pitcher and competitor and teammate that he makes it easy.
Different looks in the bullpen. Is that something you guys prioritize in the offseason, or it just kind of shakes out that way?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you always want to have it, and you'd love to have it, but you'd rather have really good pitcher, right? So first and foremost, you're trying to get the best pitchers that you can possibly have. Then, if there's different looks in and among that, great. But that's not always the easiest thing to do.
What do you think makes Cruz's splitter so special?
I don't know, but I've never seen so many bad swings in my life. From good hitters that look like they've never swung it's unbelievable. I mean, I wish we were keeping count, but Brad and I, since spring training and now into the race, I'm like, that's probably 25 swings that I've never seen that bad of a swing on a pitch. So, especially when he's getting ahead, and I don't know. I think it's just the arm action, don't pick it up properly, coupled with the movement of the pitch. It's just a unique pitch and obviously a very effective one.
Was there any concern when he was getting hit hard in spring training?
I don't know about concern. We didn't know him. We knew what we were getting and who we were getting, but hadn't been around him yet. So we were confident that he was working on some different things, and I know the pitching group was working on different ways to go about it and trying different things with him to try and just move the needle and get that much better with him. So it's nice to see that he's really come out of the gate and been really excellent. So it's certainly been nice to see it.
Time to check the starting lineups for the Yankees. Austin Wells returns. He'll bat third after missing Friday's game because he was under the weather. Jason Dominguez gets the start in left field alongside Trent Grisham, who is batting better than 300 with an OPS over 900 in road games this season. For the Rays, let's highlight the leadoff man. Center fielder Chandler Simpson is making his major league debut. He's number 7 on MLB Pipeline's list of Tampa Bay's top prospects. And he's fast. He stole 104 bases in 110 games between High A and Double A last season, and he had 94 steals the year before that. We've got so much more to come here on Yankees Batting Practice Today, presented by Audi. After the break, Todd Frazier joins us from Tampa. We'll get his thoughts on last night's win and the Yankees' start to the season so far. Stay with us on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Yankees Batting Practice Today is presented by Audi, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Yankees. Visit your tri-state Audi dealer today.
To Yankees Batting Practice Today, presented by Audi. As promised, our Todd Frazier joins us now from GMS Field in Tampa. And Todd, the Yankees' miscues on defense. It's been a conversation the last few years, but this year the defense is making headlines for some dazzling play. How about Anthony Volpe last night turning in a couple of sparklers, including that perfect relay to nail Jonathan Aranda in the 7th? What has changed to up their play on D?
Yeah, I just think the way they're playing, they're clicking on defense. The offense but they're not fully clicking on offense with everybody. And if you're not doing well on offense, what can you do to help the team out? Yeah, make some defensive gems. Volpe went to his right, back in the hole, kind of Jeter-esque kind of jump throw to get the guy out at first. Goldschmidt with some phenomenal plays, getting a guy out at third, and then that play at third base as well with Grisham to Volpe to Cabrera. It was absolutely dazzling, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
Jeter-esque, I like that. Okay, the pitching also was very much there last night. Beyond Carlos Rodon, 6 scoreless, the bullpen, they delivered, ending on the outstanding performance by Luke Weaver. Aaron Boone, he was not going to go to Devin Williams for the 4th time in 5 games, but Luke Weaver came in making quick work of the Rays.
Yeah, and he's been there before. He's a closer, you know, by trade. He can do anything, come in the 7th or be that guy. So, honestly, this bullpen has been absolutely dynamite throughout the whole series and throughout the whole year so far. It doesn't matter who's coming in, giving up less runs than their opponent, and it's fun to watch, too, as well, whether it's Tim Hill to Yarbrough on the left-handed side or bringing in Cruz or Mark Leiter Jr. These guys are really, really good, and they're showing it right now early on in the year.
And Todd, Paul Goldschmidt, he is loving life in pinstripes. 3-hit night last night. He's batting .373. He leads the majors with 10 multi-hit games. What a great fit he has been.
Yeah, and he's a veteran guy, too, as well. He's not going to get the 30 to 40 home runs like he usually does. I mean, who would have thought a guy that's a 3-4 hole hitter in his prime is now leading off or batting 3rd or 4th? I think that's fascinating. I think that's really awesome of him to buy into the team concept, and he's hitting the ball the other way and finding the barrel all the time. So this guy, he will start hitting those home runs, but he's going to take as many singles as possible because that gets the rally going and gets more runs for the Yankees.
Meanwhile, Oswaldo Cabrera, he was on the receiving end of that Volpe relay and he applied the tag to get Aranda in the 7th, and he continues to find ways to rise to any occasion.
Yeah, 7 for his last 19. This guy has been on a tear as well from the left-handed side. He gets a fastball that he likes to drive, and he's not missing it. He's one of the top guys right now in baseball to find the barrel of the bat. And when you do that, you're going to hit the ball hard, and you're going to hit a lot of line drives. And usually they find holes. So in the beginning of the year, they're trying to figure out who's playing third base. This guy is the staple right now over there, and he's having a really good start to the year as well.
And before I let you go, how's broadcasting at GMS Field in the regular season? And the Yankees are the road team.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little different. They did a lot of great things, a lot of good amenities downstairs for the boys. But, yeah, it's a little different up here. It's a little cozier. Michael and I, Meredith, are having a good time.
Wonderful. We will see you alongside Michael at the top of the hour for the call of the game. Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
Time for break number 2 on Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. Coming up, we spotlight Trent Grisham. Offense, defense, he is doing it all. That's next. Don't go anywhere. Yankees lead the American League in runs scored. Yesterday was their first one of the season when scoring fewer than 4 runs. Considering the pitching defense, 1 run was enough. It is so great to have you with us on Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. That 1 run came off the bat of Trent Grisham when he knocked a 2-out RBI single in the 2nd inning, and he later helped preserve the lead with his play in center field. Grisham has seen his playing time increase this season, and he is taking advantage of the opportunity.
Consistently this spring, Boone said, I'm going to get Trent Grisham more at-bats this season. And so far, that's exactly what Boone has done. We've seen Grisham produce.
Up the middle and through for a base hit. He is a hit machine.
The hottest hitters in all of baseball comes up in a huge spot and delivers again.
He kind of embodies, you know, what we try to do, and that's swinging at good pitches and being patient, but also having an aggression in there. He does a good job of controlling the zone naturally. I think he's been doing a really good job of being aggressive, and when he's getting a pitch, he's stinging it.
2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Yankees trail by 2. And that's a base hit to right field. That's going to tie it up. A big hit for Grisham. A 2-run single, and it is 4-4.
Man, this guy is unbelievable.
We always talk about that next man up mentality. Grisham certainly has that.
See ya. A long home run for Grisham, and the Yankees lead 2-1.
Grisham's such a team player. He does whatever he's asked to do, and I think those roles at times, you don't see how important they are to a team. Those guys that are getting big at-bats in different spots or that are always available to come in and help the team in certain particular spots, like, they're big, and Grish does that, and he does it with a smile on his face every day. He helps us offensively, gives us good at-bats, and he's got sneaky pop. You throw him the right pitch at the wrong time, Grish will get you.
Deep right field to hear the oohs and ahs of the fans. There's a reason why. Bye-bye! Trent Grisham with his second homer of the season.
One of those starts to the season that you can only dream about as a hitter.
Trent's incredible. Trent's an everyday player. So I think people forget that. The things that he's done, being able to come off the bench, it's incredibly hard to do.
Well, my job is to be ready every day, no matter if it's off the bench or if I'm starting that day.
On the track at the wall, see ya! Grisham does it again. A 3-run home run to give the Yankees a 5-4 lead.
He just gives you a big league at bat, day after day, night after night.
We got a little Babe Ruth action here. Third homer of the season and second of the day. He's hit the ball with authority and with power.
When he had regular playing time last year, we saw the power, we saw the patience at the plate. I think with more playing time, we'll see more of that.
Grisham is batting .310 with 4 home runs and 11 runs batted in, including last night. He has 3 game-winning RBIs, which is tied with Aaron Judge for the most on the team. And he's one of 3 Yankees who has an OPS better than 1,000 this season. Judge and Ben Rice are the others. Through the first 2 games of this series against the Miami Marlins, Philadelphia Phillies starters Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler, they combined to strike out 25 batters. It's the first time since Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee back in 2011 that the Phillies have gotten back-to-back starts of at least 12 Ks. Game 3 of the series is underway. We've got highlights as we take a tour around the majors. Marlins and Phillies, Trey Turner facing Cal Quantrill. Lines the breaking ball to left. That's a base hit. 1 run comes in. Phillies added a run on a sac fly. Max Kepler up with 2 on. Rips this cutter to right. Over the head of Kyle Stowers, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber. They both come in to score. It's a 2-run double by Kepler. Make it 4-0 Phillies. Bottom 4, 4-1 score. Bryson Stott with 2 on. Hammers it to deep right. Off the wall. Both runners will come in. A 2-run double for Stott and make the Phillies lead 6-1. This is already the second most runs the Phillies have scored in a game this season, and they're well on their way to stretching their winning streak to 3 in a row. On the other side, Miami is looking at a 5th straight loss. How about the Royals and the Tigers? Bottom 2, Javi Baez facing Seth Lugo. Runners on the corners. Dylan Dingler halts, and we've got a rundown. Freddie Fermin, watch him chase Dingler back to third, throws, and the tag is applied for the out. Bottom 5, 2 runners on. Torkelson hammers this splitter to deep left. It's gone. It's a 3-run home run. His 7th of the season. That made it 3-0 for the Tigers. This marks 6 losses in a row for the Royals. They've scored just 11 runs total over that span, and only the White Sox and the Rockies have scored fewer runs than Kansas City this season. The Tigers, meanwhile, have won 3 in a row. They've lost just once at Comerica Park this season. They're 8-1 at home. As for some other notable games to tell you about, the Cubs have an early lead on the D-backs, and there have already been 3 homers through 2 innings in that game. The Blue Jays have won 3 in a row. They're hosting the Mariners. There are a couple of big arms on the mound as Hunter Green and his sub-1 ERA get the ball for the Reds against the Orioles, and Paul Skeens and the Pirates, they take on the Guardians. One last break here on Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. Still to come, we'll outline some keys to the game as the Bombers look to add to their winning streak. Keep it here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Conversations, a homegrown podcast. It's back. Tune in for the latest episodes, including an interview with Yankees top prospect George Lombard Jr. and Vice President of Player Development Kevin Reese. They're available now on the Gotham Sports app. Today's injury report is brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Marcus Stroman has been on the injured list for a week now with left knee inflammation, for which he received a cortisone shot. An update, he began playing catch on Friday. Earlier, we talked a little bit about Paul Goldschmidt. With 3 singles last night, he is up to 28 hits on the season. That's the most through a player's first 20 games as a Yankee since Bobby Abreu in 2006. And last year, Goldschmidt did not reach 28 hits until his 38th game. It's been an excellent first impression. As for some other keys to the game brought to you by your local Kia dealers, the Yankees have been playing some close games recently, but they are coming out on top. Ben Rice is crushing right-handed pitching this year with an OPS over 1,100. Meanwhile, offense has been a struggle for the Rays of late, so they'll look to Shane Baz to provide another quality outing. After today, it is one more game in this series against the Rays. Then the Yankees' road trip continues on to Cleveland for 3 games against the Guardians. A day off on Thursday ends this run of 13 games in 13 days. And then the Bombers are back in the Bronx for an AL East matchup versus the Toronto Blue Jays. That does it for this edition of Yankees Batting Practice today, presented by Audi. Our next BPTV comes your way tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. I will see you then. Right now, our game day coverage rolls on. It's game 3 of a 4-game set at home on the road. The Yankees versus the Rays from GMS Field. It's on the way. We've set the scene. It's that time to hand off to the very best pregame in the business. It's next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Enjoy your game day Saturday.
High fives for 5 in a row. Trent Grisham and the defense teamed up with Carlos Rodon in the bullpen to win a thriller last night, as 1 run was enough for the Bombers. They'll try to stretch the streak to 6 this afternoon as the New York Yankees meet the Tampa Bay Rays on a Saturday at George M. Steinbrenner Field in Florida. It is great to have you with us on the FanDuel Yankees pregame. Bob Lorenz and John Flaherty with you. 3rd game of this 4-game series. Yanks have won the first 2. They've won 5 in a row. So as we get your Hyundai opening comment, do you feel like they're starting to get into a rhythm?
Well, I definitely think they're getting into a rhythm, Bobby. You know me, I'm a reflective guy. I like to look back, and I figured with 20 games done with the season, the 20-game mark to now and 21 today, let's look back and see where the Yankees are right now. We know they have one of the best bullpens in the league. They have 8 relievers that Aaron Boone can go to. We know that they have gotten better defensively. We saw that in last night's game. A big reason why that game, where they won that game 1-0. But the one thing that I love about this team so far, they have 6 comeback wins this year. That's tied for first in the American League. How do you come back and win ball games? You have to have a bullpen that can steady the game in the middle of the game. You also have to have a lineup that's relentless. The Yankees have that lineup. They have a personality about them that they feel like they're going to be in every game.
In winning these 5 straight games, they've certainly had that steady bullpen, and last night we saw that again because they had to protect a 1-0 lead. And that started with Carlos Rodon, and Carlos Rodon just gutting out 6 innings last night.
Yeah, a couple of runners on. He gets a strikeout right there to get things moving, and then the rest of the night, not to say it was easy, because it wasn't easy for Carlos Rodon, but 6 shutout innings. He hands it over to the bullpen.
Hands it to the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. coming up clean. He gave up that leadoff hit, but they threw him out at 3rd, and then Cruz was crazy.
He's been amazing. Fastball up in the zone. We know that the split finger gets a lot of these wild swings and misses. And then we thought Devin Williams would close it out. No, it was Luke Weaver. And Luke Weaver's had a great start to the season, but Luke Weaver looked like himself last night with that fastball up at 95, 96. You know me, Bob, I love body language. Yep. He had the body language last night.
Big time leg kick to close it out with J.C. Escaro. So Luke Weaver getting the job done this season in 8 games, 10 innings, no earned runs allowed, just 2 hits and 11 strikeouts. And earlier, Meredith Marakovits had the chance to talk to Weaver on the field.
Thanks, Bob. I'm with Yankees reliever Luke Weaver. Luke, this team is rolling right now, winners of 5 in a row. What do you think the common thread has been over that span?
Well, the key word is win. That's pretty common. Just happy to be here, really, being a part part of a great run here in New York and now in Tampa, but just playing some good ball. Fundamentals are intact, good defense, good pitching, good play discipline, you know, just what people strive to do on a consistent basis.
You mentioned the fundamentals. What impressed you about the defensive display you saw last night?
Yeah, that's big league level, you know, defensive work. I mean, from both sides. The Rays did a great job. I mean, took away some runs there at the end, but it's fun baseball to see guys use their athletic ability to cut balls off, make plays, and it transforms the game. I mean, you see like last night in the ninth, he makes the big play in right field, Caballero, and it keeps it a one-run game. So those little differences, Belly sliding down the line, for instance, the play to me didn't really end in anything insane, but it was like, all right, you know, that's the type of effort, the type of things that win ball games. And so when you think about one-run ball games, you think about the course of the year, how many you're winning, how many you're losing. Those are the type of things on the field that add up.
The bullpen has been excellent, last 2 games especially, but when you look over the last 7, you guys are pitching to a sub-1 ERA. Just what do you think has led to your success as a bullpen, as a unit?
Well, first off, getting people out. That'll help the ERA for sure. You know, I think those numbers don't really get noticed from us. You know, I think it's about doing our job individually, stepping up when needed to, support each other, making sure we're keeping it light. Just all the simple things that one would do. I think showing up to the field every day is about having fun. It's about not getting too stressed out, especially in big moments. It's just about embracing the challenge and finding a way to win it. And I think when you go and put your head down on the pillow at night, you just want to be like 100% was there, and whether it was in my favor or not, like, that's part of the game. So it's just a very easy mindset. It's one that's definitely fun, and we have a good laugh down there from time to time.
How do you keep it light?
Well, I just I count to 100 a lot. I mean, I don't know. I find things, play I Spy. Have you played I Spy of late?
I have not done that in quite some time.
Yeah, well, underrated game. Either way, you just find ways to pass the time. You stay locked in. I think it's like a soft focus. It's something where you know what's going on in the game, but you're not like too dialed in until the moment comes. And I think that helps keep the energy contained. I think you're not giving away too much. But, you know, there's a whole mental you know, skills type thing we can go down, but I think we're short on time here.
You've told me multiple times last season you're not superstitious, you're a little stitious when it comes to some of the numbers. So I'm not going to read you your numbers to start the season, but they have been very, very good. What do you think has allowed you to get off to such a good start?
I don't know. Hitters being nice, I guess.
Hitters are never nice. Come on.
Yeah, hitters just being polite. I think it's just a matter of grabbing some momentum and taking it and finding ways to miss small and really think through certain at-bats that don't feel great and some at-bats that feel really good. Last night was a good testament of just feeling, you know, warm in some weather and just feeling very confident. And then there's some other ones that have not been as dialed in with some walks. It's just been about navigating and finding a way to put up a 0. So it's not making the moment big. It's just about how can I, one, survive sometimes. Maybe sometimes it's about how do we dominate, but it comes and it's just about adjustments. So these things will come and go. I'm happy with where we're at and I'm at, but, you know, we put enough together, then you just hope to be on the good end of it.
You mentioned the warm weather. The velocity was up last night, 95.7. People were talking about it just to keep an eye on it. I know you weren't worried about it. You said it comes. That's typically what happens. But I asked Aaron Boone about it after the game, and he said, yeah, he was digging his fastball. Would you agree with that assessment?
That's a nice word. I was feeling nice about it. Yeah, I was feeling nice. I did take a peek at the first one to get a feel, and then as we went on, I felt like I really got into a good groove with it. It was nice to see it back to where I'd hope it to be. You know, people don't need to stress about things. You know, if we just need to relax and, you know, enjoy the game. And if we're doing our job right, it shouldn't have to look perfect. So I wasn't too worried about it. You know, people can be okay with me getting back into the feel for things, but it just goes back to what I said. Sometimes you got to navigate and go through certain climates, certain patches, but it's part of the game, and you just find a way to get it done.
Before I let you go, a couple more questions. What do you think of Fernando Cruz's splitter? How would you describe that pitch?
Well, I give Mark Leiter a hard time. I was just like, hey, we got a real splitter guy here now. But no, it's awesome to have two of the best splitters in the game, right? Fernando has a very different one. I think they're very different pitches, even though they're labeled the same. But I played with Fernando in Cincinnati a couple years ago and got a first-hand look, just like I am now. And people are starting to see this guy, not if they haven't already, huge strikeout threat. The splitter gets the craziest swings. Sometimes you're just like, I don't know what they're swinging at, but he does such a good job of tunneling, creating a unique pitch. And look, we got guys that have pitches that nobody else throws in the league, right? We got Devin, we got Mark, we got Fernando. They're just unique outlier pitches. So it makes it hard for one inning or the amount of time the hitters get to try to adjust and get a feel for it. And it shows in their strikeout numbers.
Easter is tomorrow for those who celebrate. You did a pretty cool thing with a glove, designing a glove. I believe, is that it right there? Is that one of them?
This is one. This is a sneak peek at one that's to come.
Ooh.
Yeah, the details are to come soon. It is on the same wavelength, but no, the glove that I typically wear is a Bible-based glove. It is originally a brown one. I wear blue because I think it's a little swaggy. There are some blue Bibles that have come into our earth, but yeah, it's just subtle. There's some verses in there. There's a thorn crown. Just subtleties of what is near and dear to me to go on the field to just kind of showcase what I believe in, along with some cool swaggy stuff guys like to represent themselves on. So subtle stuff. Just want to make sure that I'm out there, I'm grounded, and even though I'm a little bit psycho on the mound sometimes, I do try to get back into knowing that what my real purpose is. So it is a really cool weekend as always, very impactful one, and just happy to be playing baseball for a living.
Luke, I appreciate the time.
Thanks, Meredith.
We're going to send it back to you in the studio, Bob.
Thank you, Meredith. Let's take a look at the Yankees lineup brought to you by Toyota. Wells and Judge have gone deep off Shane Baz. Aaron Judge has been on base in 16 straight games. Paul Goldschmidt had his 10th multi-hit game last night. And Trent Grisham is playing center, batting 7th, hitting .304 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in 8 road games. As for the Rays lineup brought to you by Toyota, Rays batters struck out 15 times last night, managed just 3 hits. Brandon Lau, 4 for 10 off Carlos Carrasco in his career with a double, a triple, and 2 homers. Aranda's on a heater, 429 over his last 5. And then Chandler Simpson batting leadoff. Last season in the minors, 104 stolen bases. Well, the Yankees were flashing some leather last night, whether it was Volpe at short or Goldschmidt at first. The defense had the Rays in a pickle. Coming up next on the FanDuel Yankees pregame, we'll take a closer look at what's been a dynamic start for the defense. So keep it here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
The Yankees pregame show on Yes is presented by FanDuel. New customers get $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. The Yankees pregame show on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Hyundai dealers. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit HyundaiUSA.com today.
It's time for the pregame odds segment presented by FanDuel. The Yankees' winning streak is up to 5 games after taking the first 2 of this series in Tampa. For today's same-game parlay, let's go with Austin Wells to homer, Aaron Judge to record at least 2 total bases, and Carlos Carrasco to strike out 3 or more. That parlay would hit at plus 1357. New customers get $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins.
Great defense in last night's ball game. And Flash, let's start with this one. In the book, it's a 6-3, but it was so much more than that.
Yeah, this is one of the great spectacular plays that Anthony Volpe's going to make this year. And then Goldschmidt on the other end. Obviously, a starting pitcher like Rodon loves to see that, the spectacular play. I'm more about the fundamentals, Bob. And this is a fundamentally correct play right here by Paul Goldschmidt. He's got to get the runner moving back to third. He does it on his own by showing patience, and then the rundown is completed very easily. A fundamentally sound play. You want to see fundamentals again? You're going to see it from the Yankees, from the outfield to the infield to third base. This ball off the wall. Grisham comes up with it and gives Volpe a perfect throw. The play is made right here with how quickly Volpe gets rid of it, how accurately the throw is. Those last two plays for me are the plays that I think the Yankees are going to show Yankee fans all year long. There are going to be some great plays that fans are going to get excited about, but it's the fundamental plays, the boring plays, the plays you work on in spring training that have shown up already through the first 20 games. They showed up last night.
And isn't it funny you said boring, but then you see how quick Volpe turns that, and it's exciting with the end result, getting the runner at third base. That could have been an impacting play in a 1-0 game. Off season, it seemed like we talked more and more in the hot stove season about the commitment to getting better defensively. They seem to have done that, right?
The Yankee front office did a great job. I mean, you bring in Cody Bellinger, not only his versatility to be an above-average outfielder, an above-average first baseman, he can play left, center, right field. It doesn't matter. And I think if you look at the Yankees and the additions that they've made, Goldschmidt is obviously an improvement from last year. Chisholm moving over to second base just looks like he's more comfortable. And I think you can look around the entire diamond behind the plate as well. Wells, Escara, above average defensively. There's one player, it's Jason Dominguez, who came in with a lot of question marks. He's answered those question marks. He's getting better. So this entire club, from a defensive standpoint, you feel really good about. And the one thing that shows up every day should be your defensive club, right? Offensively, you're going to struggle at times. Pitching-wise, you're going to go through some slumps. The defensive part of the game should be there every day.
All over, Paul Goldschmidt has been everything and more that they expected when they signed him in the offseason to that one-year deal. The defense, yeah, we saw it, great. But in 20 games, Flash, I mentioned this, 10 multi-hit games in 20 games. He's third in average at 373, on-base percentage of 415. He's first in multi-hit games and singles. And I know you said last night, just watch the swing, always putting the ball in play, pro at bats. And the end results are singles, doubles, and what you have said is going to be home runs.
The home runs are coming, and I love Paul Goldschmidt's approach, and he's an old-school player, a veteran player. But when I watch him hit, and he's laying out these line drives, right field, center field, left field, and I remember playing with the Hall of Famer Fred McGriff, and he said, Flash, wait, okay, I'm hitting these line drives to the gaps. They're going to turn into doubles, and once you see them turn into doubles, I'm going to start getting some backspin. I'm going to start clipping some balls. That's what I think about when I watch Goldschmidt hit. He's put himself in a great position with the batting average right now, a great position to cover a lot of speeds. Eventually, the power is going to come, and when it does, you're going to have a complete hitter from a power average perspective that sets the tone for this Yankee lineup.
Well, don't forget, all season long here on Yes, we want to invite you viewers to show us the different ways you support the Bronx Bombers. Use the QR code on screen with the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and post pictures to social media that reflect your love for the Yankees. We might spotlight you in a future game. Pinstripe Pride is brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Well, coming up, we have a lot more. Carlos Carrasco kicking things off in the winning streak with a solid outing on Monday, and today he duels with a young Rays righty. We'll preview the pitching matchup next on the FanDuel Yankees pregame.
The Yankees pregame show on Yes is brought to you in part by Cadillac. Spring is the season for new beginnings, and it's the best time to get behind the wheel of a sophisticated new Cadillac SUV. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer today. Yankees pregame show on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com.
I'm News 12 meteorologist Alex Calamia with your game day forecast, and it's a hot day in Tampa. We have a lot of sunshine with that wind coming in from the east. We don't cool down. There's no sea breeze in Tampa today, but at least the humidity is low. We're in the 80s for a ride home. We're expecting comfy feeling temperatures if you can handle those 90-degree temperatures, it's definitely going to be a warm one for the players and the fans there.
Alex, thank you for that. Carlos Carrasco taking the ball in Game 3 of this 4-game series for the Yanks. And last time out, Flash, looking really good against KC. Everything they wanted out of him.
Yeah, I mean, the slider was good. The changeup showed up again after he had a tough outing in Detroit when it was brutally cold. Carrasco got it done his last outing. 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. He walked 2, he struck out 4, and he threw 79 pitches. The changeup was his big weapon in those 5 innings. The 1 home run he gave up was Bobby Witt Jr., but the Yankees will sign up every time for Carlos Carrasco going out there, giving them 5 quality innings.
5 innings with 1 hit. I think that's the biggest thing. Didn't get himself into trouble, which he did the prior outing.
Yeah, the prior outing, Bob, I was in Detroit. It was brutally cold, and you don't make an excuse for a pitcher, but the baseballs are slick. He had a rough outing, gave up a bunch of home runs, but the veteran that he is, he threw that away, got rid of it, got ready for his next start against Kansas City, and a warm afternoon in Tampa. You feel good about his matchup this afternoon.
Right-hander taking the mound for the Rays, and it's Shane Baz and Flash. Really good numbers again, like Rasmussen last night. He's made 3 starts and allowed a total of 3 runs while striking out 27.
Yeah, Bob, he's back. He's had some injury problems, but his stuff is electric. A high fastball that can touch 100 miles an hour. He's known for the big 12-6 breaking ball. The pitch that really jumped out to me is changeup against lefties. It's got some rip down and away. It's going to be a tough matchup for the Yankees offensively.
We will keep an eye on that. We're going to take one last break here on the FanDuel Yankees pregame, but up next, we'll find out what Flash has circled and maybe even put a star on as his key to the game. We're going to find out, so keep it here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Show on Yes is brought to you in part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan also bringing us our injury report. And Marcus Stroman, who's currently on the 15-day IL with left knee inflammation, had that cortisone injection on April 12th and began playing catch on Friday. So it's going to be a ramp-up process for him, but we'll keep an eye on Stroman in the coming weeks. As for tonight, we keep an eye on the Yanks trying to win 3 straight and make it 6 straight wins overall. Let's get your key to the game.
My key to the game, the final 12 outs of this game. Who is going to get them out of the bullpen for the New York Yankees? You would expect Carrasco to give you 5 quality innings, and I'm sure Aaron Boone and Brad Ausmus's bench coach have gone through matchups. They've gone through lanes, and they're trying to figure out that 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning. Is it somebody like Gomez who gives you the 6th? Tim Hill has been such an effective reliever, maybe gets the 7th. You got Ian Hamilton's available today. Williams, your closer, is available today. The 2 guys that are wild cards for me, Cruz and Weaver, who were dominating in last night's game, are they going to be able to get a piece of the action? Obviously, the score will dictate that, but you always got to remember you have your #1 guy, Max Fried, going tomorrow afternoon. So if you're Aaron Boone, the manager, you're thinking, I'm probably going to get 6 or 7 out of Max Fried. That's what you expect. So you're a little more aggressive today with your bullpen, trying to get the 3rd game of the series, trying to extend that win streak.
And to your point last night, Cruz 14 pitches, Weaver 15, so they could be in play. We'll find out. We're about to get you down to Steinbrenner Field as Michael Kay and Todd Frazier have the call. Meredith Morakovitz reports as always. And as always, Flash and I look forward to seeing you on the post-game show. Enjoy it. Game 3 of 4, Yanks and Rays, next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
It is a gorgeous summer-like day here in Tampa, Florida, and it is time for baseball. As the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Tampa Bay Rays in Game 3 of a 4-game set from George M. Steinbrenner Field here in Tampa, Florida. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with Todd Frazier. I'm Michael Kay. All good things. All good things. Yankees win 1-0. They've won 5 in a row. Great start by Rodon. The bullpen excellent again. And in the middle is Paul Goldschmidt, or shall we call him Paulie Singles?
Yeah, he's taking anything he can get. This guy used to be a power hitter. Now he's driving the ball the other way. He's taking his singles. He's tied with Judge with the most hits in the AL. He's not afraid to do damage anytime he's up. He'll bat first. He'll bat fourth. This guy is just going about his business the right way. You would never know it. He's so stoic, and he understands what he's supposed to do. Team guy, and he's just getting his hits left and right.
All right, so the .373 average is third in the American League. He's tied with Judge, as Todd mentioned, with hits, 22 singles. That's first. On-base percentage of .415, fifth in the league. Pretty good stuff as he starts his Yankee career. So the Yankees will try to make it 6 in a row. And let's take a look at the Home Depot getting it done pitching matchup. They face a tough one today. Shane Baz, look at the ERA, 1.42. He has 27 strikeouts in 19 innings. And for the Yankees, it's Carlos Carrasco, and he's coming off a very, very good start at the stadium against Kansas City.
Yeah, and understandably, he's not the guy he used to be. So we're talking with him. He has to use all 6 of his pitches in his arsenal, and he has to manipulate the batters. He has to work both sides of the plate, which he did last time. He had a great outing of 5 innings pitched, and that changeup is his most dominant pitch right now. Use it early and use it often. It's going to be a fun day for him.
Against the changeup, they were 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. He retired 14 of the final 15 batters faced, and he went 5 innings, and he threw 79 pitches. Now, at the top, we mentioned the Yankee bullpen. It has been nails. They keep pitching well. They keep getting outs. They keep throwing up zeros. Meredith Marakovich talks with one of them, Luke Weaver, next, right here on Yes.
Welcome back to George M. Steinbrenner Field, home of the Rays, as fans are filing in for Game 3 of the 4-game series between the Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays. Hey, everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovich. The Yankees bullpen was once again outstanding last night. Luke Weaver shut the door with a quick 1-2-3 ninth inning. It was his second save of the season. After the game, Aaron Boone said that they were staying away from closer Devin Williams. Earlier today, I asked Luke Weaver how much of a luxury it is to have 2 guys in the back of that pen that are capable of closing out games.
It's nice to be able to have an elite arm down there that at any point you feel like the door is slammed. But I'm happy to be a guy that can take some of that stress off of his plate when he needs a day like yesterday. And, you know, likewise, if there's other guys that need to step up in different situations. But, hey, we're just rolling. It's not about one person, right? It's not about a duet. It's just about a collective group, and I think that's what we're putting together.
The Yankees pen has been getting the job done over the last 7 games. They're pitching to a sub-1 ERA. Meanwhile, Luke Weaver has not allowed a run in 10 innings thrown so far this season. He's also struck out 11 along the way. Plenty more to come here on the S Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by Todd Frazier. First pitch coming your way after the break.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at Genesis.com. By Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. And by Hyundai, with a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Some of the players that have modeled both uniforms in this rivalry, Yankees and the Rays. Getting ready for Game 3 of this 4-game set. Yankees only come in one other time, and that'll be in the heart of the summer 2-game set, where I'm sure it'll be a lot hotter. It's 87 degrees right now, but the Rays are ice cold. They've lost 4 games, scoring just 7 runs. They've lost 4 games in a row, scoring 7 runs in those 4, so their offense has been shut down. They lose yesterday by a score of 1-0 to the Yankees, and the Yankees have won 5 in a row, so all things going well. The Rays take the field. Why don't we take a look at the Yankees starting lineup? Ben Rice, the DH, will lead off. Aaron Judge in right. Austin Wells will catch. Cleaning up the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Jazz Chisholm Jr. at second. Anthony Volpe at short will bat 6th. Batting 7th, playing center field, Trent Grisham. Jason Dominguez in left field. He's a number 8 hitter. Batting 9th and playing third base, Oswaldo Cabrera. Carlos Carrasco will get the start for the Yanks. And for the Rays, it's Shane Baz. You watch out for him. He's got nasty stuff. This will be his 4th start. You see 27 strikeouts in 19 innings. Opponents at 179 against him. Now let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
Shane Baz, get ready. This guy throws a lot of strikes, and he has a lot of strikeouts, so you want to get on him early and often, and he is a strikeout machine. 2 out of 3 starts with double-digit strikeouts, 10 and 11 apiece there. And his best pitch, the Uncle Charlie, the breaking ball. Gets hitters out all the time with that, especially with 2 strikes. 2 for 29 so far against that pitch.
Let's look at the defense behind Shane Baz. It's Meisner in left field, Simpson in center, and Mangum over in right. You've got Caballero, Lau, and Aranda third to first. Rortvedt behind the plate, and Shane Baz is on the mound. Yandy Diaz will be the DH. All right, Todd, it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Yeah, for the Yankees, just another one here, man. They are on a roll right now, winning a lot of games, and it first started off with Carlos Carrasco coming in and getting that first win. Welcome back, Wells, after a little food poisoning here. He's going to be batting third today. That's a bright spot for the Yankees. So the heat is on, guys. It is really hot here. Keep going, keep mashing, and keep having fun.
They swept the Kansas City Royals. They take the first 2 here in Tampa Bay, so 5 in a row. Ben Rice is ready. Shane Baz is ready. And let's do it here in Tampa. Pitches upstairs were underway. Scott Barry, the home plate umpire. Adam Beck at first. John Bacon at second. And the crew chief, Dan Iasonia, is over third. Todd, you can see that Baz really uses that clock. Like, he'll get the sign and he just stays in that set, just gets the hitter anxious.
Yeah, that's just one thing that he's always done. You see a lot of guys now go in the stretch. It's just something different, gets their mind off some certain things.
2-0. Fouled away. All right, let's see what Scott Barry behind the plate's all about. He's hitter friendly, pinned all the way. Fewer high strikes, fewer inside strikes on lefty batters. Scott in his 19th big league season.
I like that. About time we get one of those guys over there.
And Ben Rice gets hit, so he takes first.
Well, that's one way to start your day there. There's that breaking ball, hits him on the back foot. We've seen this a lot on a bunch of pitchers here in Tampa. It takes him an inning or 2 to get that off-speed pitch going here a little bit. I know Ben will take that. He's been absolutely on fire, too, at the dish.
Here's Aaron Judge, 16-game on-base streak for him, during which time 500 on-base percentage. 1-0. Judge hit a ball to center field last night that everyone on the Yankee bench, and Judge included, thought was long gone, and it just died before the warning track. And the same deal with Ben Rice's drive to right field. Aaron Boone was telling me there was like a 20-minute period there where everything was being blown back to the field. He said both of those balls, if you look at the metrics, exit velocity, launch angle, they were gone. Neither one of them got into the seats.
Yeah, and you can feel the wind coming right at our faces right now. It's switched multiple times already.
And the one thing about this ballpark, there's no upper deck, which really does stop the wind sometimes, so it's coming in. One and 2 on Judge. Yankees are 13-7 atop the American League East. 1-2. Served into right center field. That is going to dunk in for a base hit. Judge advances to first. Rice is at second. Judge has a 17-game on-base streak.
2-strike hitting right there. Good approach. There's that little breaking ball. Gets it off the end. Might have broken the bat, too. Perfect placement. Don't have to be right. You just have to get it done. And for him, this on-base streak, it seems like he has 2 or 3 of these a year.
Last time he didn't get on base was April 2nd. Here's Austin Wells. Sat out the last 2 games. The first game was a scheduled off day yesterday. He sat out because of food poisoning. I said, how you feeling now? And he said, we'll see.
Yeah, that was kind of the notion we got with him yesterday, too. Look, he looked all right walking around, but takes a toll.
Austin 3 for his last 18, hitting 182, but he has 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in. So Boz in some early trouble. Just underway here at George M. Steinbrenner Field. The 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1. Last time Boz started was against the Red Sox on April 14th. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, didn't walk a batter, and struck out 11. The 11 strikeouts, a career high. Driven out to left field. On the run is Meisner, but it's foul. Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 89 degrees. Could use some iced tea today. No chance of rain. 45% humidity. The wind from right field to left field at 15 miles per hour. One-two. Grounded foul into the Rays dugout.
You know, you always look at somebody, especially after they get sick or food poisoning per se. You see if they lost a little weight. He still looks pretty strong up there. It's only been a couple days, but it takes a lot out of you.
The 1-2. That's got a piece. Fouled off the changeup. Boz is 25 years old, 4th big league season. And he is using Aaron Judge's spring training locker, which is now the home clubhouse for the Rays. This is his first full season coming back from Tommy John surgery. He was out from July 2022 until last July. Foul back. Throws hard. First start of the season, he got up to 100 miles an hour on a fastball. Plus his curveball is dropping. And that's why he's getting a lot of strikeouts. Two and two. Good at bat for Wells.
Played with Shane in the Olympic qualifiers in Port St. Lucie a couple of years back. One of our good pitchers then.
Two. Another foul ball. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Rice at second, Judge is at first. This is an 8-pitch at bat at this point. Two. Soft ground ball left side. That's going to be a base hit. You couldn't have rolled it any better. Bases loaded for the Yanks.
What perfect placement here. 2 balls, finding holes here. That's what happens when you shift over a little bit if you find the right spot. He could have jogged the first there, Wells, after a 9-pitch at bat. That's a beautiful piece of hitting right there. That's living right after a couple days off.
And Kyle Snyder quickly out to the mound to settle down Boz. So now, Paul Goldschmidt in an early big spot. 5 for 9 in this series. We mentioned all singles last night. All 5 hits in the series singles. Let's take a look at all of his base hits on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. So the blue ones are singles, a couple of doubles in there, and 1 home run. 28 hits, tied with Judge, most in the American League. Rays back for the double play. They'll give up a run. Dropped a good curveball in there. You always see that when a pitching coach comes out. Just to get back, they have you slow everything down and throw the curveball.
Yeah, and it's just like a get-me-over kind of, hey, here it comes. Hopefully you don't swing and you're not looking for it. You want a guy up right now for the Yankees. This is that guy right now. Usually hits an opposite field single here, usually.
No bite on the slider, 1-1. Ground ball, and grabbed there by Caballero. There's one under first, not in time. Rice scores, and the Yankees have a run.
Did you see that play by Caballero at shortstop? Look at this. Knocks it down. Watch where he throws this one, Michael. In between the legs. Are you serious? Then a bare hand to first. Oh, my. I think they might want to look at this, too.
The call on the field is safe at first base. Tampa Bay has challenged.
Well, Caballero made the great play and right on Ben Rice yesterday, and now he makes that play at shortstop today.
We have seen some unbelievable defensive plays from both teams. And I tell you what. Oh, did he hit the base? I don't even think he got the base. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think it's a double play.
Man, he needed a size 14 right there. Oh, man. It's going to be tough, too, with the cleat and the white chalk to understand where that toe hit, if it did at all.
In the middle of the challenge replay, brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. You see they're watching it on the scoreboard to see if it's certain.
Oh yeah, he didn't hit the base.
After review, the runner came up short of the base. The call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Tampa Bay retains their challenge.
Unbelievable play. Give credit to the infielders there. Caballero with the flip. The dippity-do in between the legs there to low. Watch this again. First, you got to get it. Knocks it down. No time to waste. Oh, how do you know where you are in the field there? And the no-abouts low with the bare hand. Oh, my. Got to give credit to that one, Michael.
The overturn loses an RBI for Goldschmidt, but the Yankees still get a run. Judges at third now with 2 outs as Chisholm swings and misses. That really was unbelievable. Oh, 2. Chisholm's been struggling of late. 1 for his last 14, hitting .166.
One of those guys you wish he would just cut down on his stride a little bit, go to a little 2-strike approach and try and get a base hit here. You don't need anything big.
Soft ground ball and through for a base hit. Judge will score. Big turn there by Chisholm. He'll stop at first with an RBI single, and the Yankees lead 2-0. We've seen about 3 Yankee hits in this series in that exact spot, Todd.
Exact same spot. Whoever's playing second is slow today. Analytics will tell you to move over in the hole, but guess what? These are professional hitters, and they'll find a way to get it through. Much needed hit there for Jazz. 2-out RBIs, man.
Chisholm is 4 for 4 in stolen bases. Here's Volpe. They attacked Volpe yesterday. Fastballs up in the zone. Even Aaron Boone acknowledged that today. That was their game plan, and Anthony had a hard time catching up. A little bit of a slump now. He's 3 for his last 34.
I like that swing right there. You know, it's one of those things. You get a lot of fastballs. You're taught at a young age. You sit on the fastball and react to everything else. So for him, if you're looking at that front side, it just comes up just a little bit. If he can keep that front shoulder down a tick more, he'll square it up a little bit.
Chisholm is chased back. If you get a fastball in the right place upstairs and the batter has a little bit of a launch angle swing, you're going to get it past him, and that's what's been happening. Came in with the curve, take there by Volpe.
Jazz is ready to go over there. He's been jumping around the whole time. Good opportunity here, 2-1 count. Look to drive the ball in a gap.
Three and one on Volpe. Strike two. Well, Jazz will obviously be going on this. And this is Bowles' 30th pitch coming up in the inning. And the payoff. Well, the Yankees have scored 2. And another big advantage, they're going to make this guy throw at least 31 pitches, which is going to rob him on the back end unless he has a couple of 6-pitch innings.
Yeah.
Popped up. Aranda coming in, battling the sun, and it falls untouched. Rohrfeldt and Aranda looked at each other, and Volpe gets another pitch.
I mean, the wind is pretty bad here, but somebody, I would say the first baseman, Aranda's got to call him off right away, takes a peek, and they both look at each other dumbfounded. That's a tough one right there, but as a first baseman, you come in as hard as you can, and you try and make that play because it's a tougher play for the catcher who's spin all the way around to make that catch.
Three-two. Another foul ball. The Rays have their bullpen up already. It's Mason Englert, one of the pitchers we have not seen in this series. Well, you saw the other day what Boone did. You don't like your starting pitcher to go to a 40-pitch inning. He took his starter out at 38 because he just did not want to deal with that. It's not healthy. High fly ball, right center field. And the catch is made by Mangum, and that'll do it. But the Yankees get 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 man left. Well, the Yankees put up a 2 spot in the top of the first. Now it's the Rays' turn against Carlos Carrasco. Making his major league debut, center fielder Chandler Simpson. He can steal a base, 104 stolen bases in the minors last year. Yandy Diaz will DH, Brandon Lau at second, Junior Caminero, the third baseman, Jonathan Aranda at first, Jake Mangum bat 6th, he'll play right field, Cameron Meisner at left, Jose Caballero the shortstop, and Ben Rohrbach will bat 9th, and he's going to catch. Shane Baz gets the start for the Rays. Carrasco, 5th start, 2-1, 5.94. And let's check out the Nissan pitcher's scouting report on the veteran righty.
Yeah, hit the corners, focus on control. If he can do that and move the ball around, he's going to be just fine. Use your whole arsenal. He has 6 different pitches. He's going to need to use all those today. And, hey, lean on your defense. The defense has been playing spectacular. You think a year or 2 ago where they've been, and right now I know it's sample size, but still they're pretty darn good.
Pitch up and away for Chandler Simpson. Led the minor leagues in batting average last year at .355, stolen bases 104. Want to keep him off base. He's on 3rd minor leaguer to reach 100 or more stolen bases since 2005. Billy Hamilton did it twice. Delino DeShields did it in 2012. Fly ball left field. Dominguez on the run toward the line in the corner, but it's foul. You know the last big leaguer, Todd, to steal 100 bases?
I do not.
Vince Coleman. In 1987, a long time ago, 109, and now it's so much easier to steal stolen bases with, 2 throws over and the shorter base paths.
I had 72 in my career.
Nice. How many times you were caught?
I don't remember.
So you just remember the good things. I like that. Right back to Carrasco. 1 down. Take a look at the Yankee defense in this one. Dominguez in left, Grisham in center, and Judge over in right. Infield, we'll go third to first. Cabrera, Volpe, Chisholm, and Goldschmidt. Wells behind the plate, Rice to DH, and Carrasco's on the mound. 73 steals, 38 caught stealing.
I shorted myself one. 38?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a lot.
That you got caught?
Yeah, I don't believe it. A lot less than that. It's all good.
Diaz 0 for 8 in this series. 1-1.
Talk about a guy, you look at his numbers 2 years ago to the last year to now, his WAR has gone down. A lot of categories for him has gone down. Just been a struggle so far to start the year.
Rangers still like what they see. They picked up his option for next year in spring training. That's $12 million. Ground ball to third. Cabrera. 2 outs. You look at Carrasco, the pitcher that he was at Cleveland when he was in his prime. He's got to really work the edges now and be perfect with his pitches. And when he's not, he does give up the long ball. He's given up 5 home runs already this year, so he's got to be careful where he's throwing the ball.
And this guy, too, as well. He's 4 for 10 lifetime against him.
Oh, nice play there by Cabrera. Yankees really flashing the leather in this series as the Rays go down 1-2-3 against Carrasco. We'll go to the second. Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Carrasco gets 3 ground balls in the first inning. You see one of the lines there. Will he get 4 or more strikeouts? So Carrasco had 9 pitches in the first inning. Boz had 33. Trent Grisham leads off. Upstairs.
Look at this one here, a little chin music. Pretty close.
And a strike. Well, Boz and the Rays would love an easy, economical inning here. High fly ball, right field. Mangum back. See ya! A home run for Grisham. His 5th of the year, a 3-0 Yankee lead.
Well, he did it yesterday with a base hit for the first run, then comes in here, hits an absolute line drive to right. Wind blowing in. He turns that wind around. Like a 2-seamer on the outer half. Sweet swing by him.
There's Jason Dominguez. Fouled away.
We take a quick look. Look at the balance here. Foot down, eyes to the ball. If you're short to the path of the baseball, it's good things will happen. He's been doing that to the start of this year with the best of them.
So Grisham in the lineup today, Bellinger not. This is one of the reasons why he keeps getting in the lineup.
Yeah, you got to keep him in there. Again, he turned the wind around too. And he's off to a fast start.
Looped into left field. And Caminero makes the play. Round number 1. Now, I was talking with Aaron Boone today, and he admitted, and as far as I know, he has not said this, he said, well, we're kind of rotating amongst the 3 of them, Bellinger, Dominguez, and Grisham. He wants to get them all time, and Bellinger certainly is struggling right now, trying to find it, so you keep rolling Grisham out there.
Yeah, and I think you say that's a smart move by using all 3, but you got to ride the hot hand. And when Grisham's in there, he has been absolutely dynamite.
Before the Yankees got him, he was an everyday player with San Diego. And Boone has admitted, I didn't use him enough last year. And he said, I think that impacted the way he played. So he is dedicated to getting him into the lineup more. So far, so good. 1-1.
And Cabrera, too, as well. 3 for 6 for this series with a home run. A lot of hard hit balls. I think Booney's pressing all the right buttons right now. It's fun to watch.
The 1-1. 1-2. So the Yankees did not have a home run yesterday. They only scored on the RBI single by Grisham, and that was their first win of the year without a home run. But they've got the home run so far and 3 other hits. And this is against the pitcher who came into the game with a 1.42 ERA. Swing and a miss. Cabrera down on strikes. That is the first strikeout for Boz, who strikes out 38% of the batters he faces.
Yeah, and especially on that breaking pitch right there. That was his best one so far. A lot of foul balls, seen a lot of pitches, and then to snap one off right there, tough to hit.
Coming off that start, now struggling like this. Ben Rice got hit by a pitch on his foot in the first inning, came around to score. Ben Rice was as surprised as anyone that the ball he hit did not go out yesterday. But Toddy was quick to give a lot of praise to Caballero. He said that was a great catch. He said, I'm going to give Caballero some credit, and I'm going to give the win some credit.
You give him both. Caballero only 2 innings in the outfield there, making him look like a veteran in right field. That was such a nice play.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Rice, and that'll do it. But Grisham, with his 5th home run of the year and his 12th RBI, with the wind blowing in, he said, let me hit it through it. Over the wall, 3-0, Yankee lead. Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And today's picture is of the Sargent family. 3 generations of Yankees fans were at a recent game in the Bronx. Like they had a blast. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers, and we might spotlight you in a future game. Caminero fouls off the first pitch of the bottom of the second. Yankees lead 3-0. Five-game winning streak for the Yankees, 4-game losing streak for the Rays. Cabrera backs up, gets the better hop, and gets Caminero for the first out.
Third ground ball in a row for Cabrera. Pretty incredible.
So here's a Ronda. 0-1. So the Rays are in a 13-game homestand. One more game, that's the 13th, that's tomorrow. And they have not fared that well in that homestand. 1-2 against the Angels, 2-1 against the Braves, 1-2 against Boston, and so far 0-2 against the Yankees. And you always want to make hay at home. Maybe the Rays don't feel at home yet. Fouled away. And also, the first 2 games, they've been sellouts. Every single game this year has been sold out, but it has been a majority of Yankee fans.
Yeah, and another bright spot for the Rays. This Aranda has been hitting the ball really far and been doing well. Second in most categories behind Aaron Judge.
The 1-2. 2-2. Now one just misses, and the count is full at 3-2.
And you see Carrasco trying to hit those corners. That's where you want to miss if you're going to miss inside.
Another ground ball. He thinks it's a foul ball. He's pointing to the Rays dugout. The umpire does not think it. At this point, there's 2 outs, but we'll see if it's challenged.
Scott Barry is very adamant about not hitting him. And he's walking off fine, so I mean, let's see here in the second view.
I don't think it got him.
I'm not sure. Just hit in a bad direction. And once he saw he was going to be out, I mean, might as well try it. See, it looks like it hits him there because his foot had to turn off his heel, but no complaints after that.
You know, if he was wearing spikes like Diaz yesterday with all the sparkles, there would have been sparkles there.
That, or remember the old times, they put shoe polish on there, but they check the ball, check the ball. That's old school as they come there, but you don't want to ruin your cleats. No. Oh, it's a good call.
And a walk to Mangum. Now he's a threat to go. He has 7 stolen bases on the year. And here is Meisner. So Meisner's first big league home run came on opening day, and it was a walk-off home run to beat the Rockies. And he was the first player ever to hit an opening day walk-off for his first career home run. Runner goes, and Wells could not handle, so a stolen base from Mangum is 8th of the year.
Must have been a pretty good feeling for Meisner, too, as well. Good pitch to run on, good pitch to throw out, too. Wells just couldn't get a feel of the ball as he came up. They got to start making some waves, the Rays. If they want to score runs, they're going to have to take some chances.
The 1-1. 2-1. Yankees lead 3-0. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Runner at second base, 2 outs. Carrasco works from the first base side of the rubber. This is outside, 3-1. And the count 3-2. Junior Caballero is on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on the change. Meisner down on strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left. Well, suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Yankees gear. Aaron Judge swings and misses to start the third. 0-1. Judge dunked a single to right center in the first inning, so he has a 17-game on-base streak. And he's 2 for 8 in the series. One and one.
Just a guy up there right now. You see him in the box, and when he is going well, you think to yourself, what is he going to do next?
Popped up.
Watch this win.
Catch is made. Caballero at short.
It's like Wrigley Field out there right now.
That'll bring up Austin Wells. Long at bat, 9-pitch at bat in the first inning. Got a slow roller infield hit to short. When you talk in sports, it's always a fun topic. Well, what are some of the worst trades ever made? Well, the one that the Pirates made with the Rays has to be one of the worst. The Pirates got Chris Archer from Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay got Tyler Glasnow, Austin Meadows, and Shane Baz. Whew. I mean, just unbelievable.
Yeah, that goes down as one of the worst for sure. 3 really good ball players there. Another teammate of mine, Chris Archer.
And it's like the Rays were not going to keep Archer. You know, he's getting to the point where, you know, they don't want to pay him that much, and they got an unbelievable return. And Todd, let's extrapolate back, okay? You go all the way back to Delman Young. So they traded Delman Young to Minnesota for Matt Garza and Jason Bartlett, who were both really good for them. Then they trade Garza to the Cubs. They got Archer back. Had a couple of all-star seasons for them. And then they trade Archer to Pittsburgh. And it doesn't stop there. Then they trade Meadows, who was an all-star in 2019. They trade him to Detroit for Isaac Paredes. Glasnow was great for them. They trade him to the Dodgers for Ryan Pepio and Johnny DeLuca. And on it goes. And last year they sent Paredes to the Cubs for Morel, Hunter Biggie, and Ty Johnson. Pretty good baseball people.
Agreed. And anybody who comes here kind of revamps their career, especially relief pitchers, in my opinion, with Tampa. They find a way to get these guys back on track, and some of them become all-stars.
Here's Goldschmidt, 6-4-3 double play. Goldschmidt wrapped into a 6-4-3 double play in the first with the bases loaded, nobody out, so a run scored. He didn't get a ribby, of course. Well, let's look at the leaders brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Aaron Judge hitting .387. That leads the American League. Jonathan Aranda second. Paul Goldschmidt is third. A couple of A's, 4 and 5. Curveball. The count 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1.
Whenever I got the opportunity, 3-0 count, I love to swing on that count, because then even if you foul off or miss it, it's still a 3-1 count. You get another big opportunity to drive the ball.
Wells had a big lead, but ball 4 to Goldschmidt. And it's funny you said that, Todd, because our former colleague, the late Bobby Mercer, used to say he hated a green light on 3-0. He said, because if you swing at 3-0, you expected it home run. He said, I'm going to get the same pitch on 3-1. Back then. Yeah. Now I don't know if you get the same pitch on 3-1.
No, not at all. And I remember the first time in 2000, what was it, 16, Yadier Molina's catching him. 3-0, Michael Walker throws me a breaking ball. I looked at him, we kind of had a little stare off like, okay, all right, a little respect factor. And then I'm like, never the same after that. These guys have pinpoint control no matter what pitch they're throwing.
First and second, one out. Here's Chisholm, RBI single in the first. And a strike. Wells at second, Goldschmidt's at first. Yankees up 3-0. We're in the third. Tries to push the bunt toward third, fouled it back.
Well, this is a tough spot. Like that angles, not many come right here. They hit this though. It sounds really loud. I mean, I'd be right here, so they could.
Chop left side. Caballero goes to second to get the out. He had a range forward to his right. He was playing him up the middle. So Wells moves to third. Chisholm reaches on the fielder's choice.
There's another one there. The shift was on. That's a tailor-made double play. Lucky enough to get the runner out at second base. Hey, how many times have we seen that too this whole time? All tailor-made double plays are easy outs. Next thing turned into singles. You know, they go by percentages. I remember they used to give me that stuff. I'd say, hey, listen, I'm going with my instincts. I've been here long enough.
Pitch to Volpe is high. Volpe flied out to right field in the first inning. 3 for his last 35. First and third, 2 men out. Chisholm dancing off first, throw over. On the Yankee shortstop. Yankees really making Shane Baz work.
Big time hole over there on the right side for him. He could stay back a tick longer and drive it that way. Easy RBI.
Misses with the curve and the count 3-0.
Wide open over there. Now 3-0, it changes everything. We've talked about that. But where Volpe's at right now should be a take here.
And there goes Chisholm. There's strike one. No throw, so a stolen base for Chisholm. His 5th of the year.
I don't understand that. They give catcher's indifference later on in the game, but that, I don't think there should be any catcher's indifference. I mean, the guy stole the base. That's another thing to argue about. Defensive indifference, excuse me.
I would think also, Ty, I don't think 3-0 is a good pitch to steal on because it's probably a fastball, but they didn't even throw.
Yeah. Not sure. 3-0, I mean, you know it's going to be a fastball if you get your timing right, especially with a runner on third. I don't think they want to take a chance of throwing a guy out.
3-2 count. Runners lead. And Volpe swings and misses, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the third. Well, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. It had defense on its mind.
Yeah, Caballero yesterday and today. He robs the home run from Ben Rice. Spectacular play, one you're going to put for him. He's going to look all the time in this one. Oh, in between the legs, no look. Backwards pass, doubling up, saving a couple extra runs there. Guy hasn't been in the outfield too much. I said it before, 2 innings only. Then put him right back in the infield like nothing ever left.
And here he is leading off. And, you know, he said yesterday, Todd, he said he likes playing the outfield, though. He said bigger glove, bigger space.
It makes sense. And if you can run, a lot more opportunities to make plays like that.
And a strike to Caballero. He's 28 years old, 3rd major league season. He's got a little flair to him, and the bench coach of the Rays, Rodney Linares, summed him up perfectly. He said he's the guy that you hate when he's on another team, but you love when he's on your team. And there are those guys. The other day, Paul O'Neill said, hated Roger Clemens as an opponent. He said he was one of his greatest teammates.
And usually those guys are really good at their craft, too.
The 2-2. 3-2. Only base runner for the Rays, a walk to Mangum in the 2nd. And another walk here to start the 3rd. Now Caballero last year stole 44 bases, led the American League. But he was also caught 16 times. So Caballero's success rate was 73%. The major league average is 79%. Rays are down 3-0. And the pitch to Rortvedt is upstairs. And that one gets past Wells, kind of whiffed on it. And Caballero will go to 2nd.
Yeah, just an outside fastball, yeah. Just a whiff. Looked at the glove, said, where'd you go?
And that is scored a pass ball, as it should be.
Rortvedt finally got off the snide there. Got his first hit a couple days ago. Snapping an 0 for 17.
Yankees traded Rortvedt to the Rays the day before opening day last year. In 2023, he actually became Garrett Cole's personal catcher, caught the final 13 starts of that Cy Young campaign from July 22nd on. Fly ball left field. Dominguez bat will make the play. Caballero just bluffs. 1 away. is the rookie, Chandler Simpson. So Simpson gets number 14, which was the number that Lou Piniella wore as the manager of the Rays. And of course, Lou wore that with the Yankees as well.
This is the type of guy, it doesn't matter how many outs are, he can do whatever he wants. He can bunt the ball, slap it the other way. As long as he gets it on the ground, you're going to see one of the fastest guys in baseball here run.
Goldschmidt to the bag for out number 2. Caballero moves to third.
Yeah, we talk about the speed here a little bit, and you saw Goldschmidt. Watch him come up real quick. You're ready? Settle. Nope, got to come get it. We know who's running. Again, that's knowing your scouting report.
So here's Diaz, 0 for 9 in the series, 0 for 1 today. 1-0. One. 2-1 on the Rays DH. There's a base hit, and that'll score Caballero as Diaz picks up an RBI single. They're on the board. Yankees lead 3-1.
Well, Carrasco's falling behind some hitters right now. That's a good piece of hitting. Stayed through the ball. Found that 6-hole, nothing you can do there, and Rays are finally on the board.
The Rays had gone 17 straight innings without scoring a run, going back to Camanero's 2-run home run on Thursday. Got to bring up Lau. High fly ball. And Grisham makes the play. And that'll do it. A 1-run, 1 hit. Now 1 man left. 3 in the books. 3-1 Yankees. Well, as Trent Grisham comes up to start the 4th, we cook up something special with Hexclad. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. So Grisham, with 5 home runs first 19 games this year, he had 5 in his first 36 last year. A little better pace. And he leads off here after hitting a home run in the 2nd. High fly ball on the right side. Boy, that was up there as Lau stayed with it to make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out.
No glasses, no problem. That's a tough one there. You're like, oh no, it's coming to me. I can't see, but made it look pretty easy.
How were you on pop-ups?
Pretty good. I wore the gargoyle glasses, the flip-ups. I love those. I felt like the regular glasses, there was a little tint of those glasses that didn't help. I never hit with glasses in the batter's box either. I couldn't do that.
Because I remember, Alex Rodriguez, such an extraordinary athlete, great hitter. Every pop-up was an adventure. Jeter would always call him off.
Smart play.
Two and 1. 3-1. Dominguez popped to third. That was in the second. We're in the fourth. It's 3-1 Yanks. And there's ball 4 as Dominguez reaches. And that'll bring up Oswaldo Cabrera. And we take a look at Papa John's key ingredients. Oswaldo, last 9 games hitting .357, 5 ribbies, and 4 runs scored. He struck out in the second. In this series, he's 3 for 7, and he's 10 for his last 28.
Only as good as your bottom of the lineup. And for him, at the way bottom here, the last guy up, he's been doing really, really good helping his ball club turn the lineup over.
Manuel Rodriguez warming up. This will be the 80th pitch for Boz. 2-1. There's a breakdown, that 33 pitch first inning. Hard to overcome that. Then he had to throw 23 last inning. He's at 9. Here in the fourth, 1 out in. I wonder if it's easier now for pitchers to talk themselves into being exhausted. In the old days, you didn't have pitch count on the scoreboard. There was no way you knew, unless you kept a running tally as you were throwing them. Remember Story, Mel Stoudemire came out and talked to Mike Messina, and Mike said, how many have I thrown? Mel said, well, are you counting the 8 warm-ups between each inning and the ones you throw in the bullpen? And
hundreds each time. How do you feel? It's a feel thing. There's a number for everything.
Now, when you threw that cut piece to end the Little League World Series, did you know what pitch count was? What your pitch count was?
No, not at all. It went by innings back then.
Oh, really?
I faced a kid first game, he threw like 130 or 40 pitches. They show you at the end of the game, like, oh my God, they left this kid out to dry.
And there's a walk, so 2 straight walks at the bottom of the order for the Yankees. First and second, and back to the top of the order. We'll take another look at the cut piece, can we?
Look at that deception. That kid right there hit 3 homers that game, and I struck him out. Yep. 3 for 4. 3 home runs and a strikeout to end the game.
And all these years later, right? That kid thinks about that every single day, that strikeout.
I'm sure he does.
And you do too. That's going to do it for Boz. Kevin Cash takes the ball. Yankees have runners first. Look at him.
God.
That's a happy smile. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Optimum Fiber. Get Optimum, the fastest fiber internet. Don't take slow for an answer. By your local Kia dealers. Visit Kia.com to discover movement that inspires. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Boy, there's a lot of Yankee fans in this ballpark. Same deal Thursday and Friday. Manuel Rodriguez will come on to relieve Shane Boz. Back to the top of the order, and Ben Rice. Oh, and 1.
Hard throwing right-hander here, sinker, slider. 97 plus. Going to try and backdoor that slider to left-handers. Run away that fastball.
And that one gets away from Rortvedt. And the runners move up on the wild pitch.
Thought it hit him here at first. All right, just gets out of the way and then hits the umpire in the back of the leg.
That's Rice, as the Rays had the infield in. So he gets hit for the second time today, and that'll load the bases. They're checking to see if he needs some help, and now Tim Lentich and Aaron Boone will jog out to first base.
When he got in the back elbow here, let's take a look. Oh yeah, inside the back elbow. It's a tough spot.
And just like that, Kyle Snyder, the pitching coach, goes out and talks with Rodriguez.
Three straight sliders, all inside, and this one gets away. I got a good piece of that bone. Every time I got hit in the arm, there was like, squeeze with the good arm first. So you squeeze with it, and then you do the other one. Well, you know it's going to be weaker than the other one. So, oh, you're all right, though. And then they'd walk off just like that. Yeah, you're good. You know?
That's the proverbial going to leave a mark. So that brings up Judge with the bases loaded. The captain is 1 for 2. And a strike. You know that wasn't on purpose. He doesn't want to load the bases for Aaron Judge. One and one.
And that fastball there, that's just to go ahead and chase it. He's going to see a lot of sliders here. It's a matter of seeing one just a little higher than up.
Saw one there, 1 and 2.
That's a pretty good one right there.
He lays off that one. And the count level at 2 and 2.
And here's the problem. The only way to get him out on those is if he chases it. And then if you leave one up, he usually does damage. So you got to be really particular in where you want to throw him. Oh, geared that one up. Just misses on the inner half.
Well, now the pitcher has to do some calculus. Do I want to throw the slider? If he lays off, I'm walking a runner in. And Judge probably thinking fastball here. A lot of things going on. Bases loaded. One man out. 3-2. That one is looped into right field. That is going to dunk in for a base hit. Dominguez scores. Cabrera scores. Moving to third is Rice. It's a 2-run single for Judge, and the Yankees lead 5-1.
Well, when he gets his opportunities there, left it over just a little bit. 2 base hits to the right side. Gets jammed again, but guess what? He gets the hands through just enough. Time in and time out again. This guy finds a way to get it done. Gets him in a good count, good position. You don't have to hit him hard sometimes. You just got to find the right spot.
Now 24 ribbies for Judge. Wells swings at the first pitch and lofts it to right center. And the catch is made by Manga. Tagging is Rice. He will score. It's a sac fly for Wells. And the Yankees are up 6-1.
Very nice job there, taking what you get. Get a pitch out over, find a way to get that next guy in. That's what the Yankees been doing well during this streak. Not leaving anybody on, finding ways to get them all in and Starts with Judge.
And Goldschmidt fouls it back to the screen. He checked the swing, 1-1. That's Adam Beck. Goldschmidt, double play ground ball and a walk. Judge at first with 2 outs. One. Well, the count goes full, so that's going to release Judge at first. Jazz Chisholm is on deck. Runner goes. Foul ball. Four walks, 2 hit batters today. So 6 base runners, 4 of them scored. 3 passes come back to haunt you.
And just when you think Goldschmidt's going to take over in singles, the Judge said, you know what, I got a couple of my own.
So Judge now with 30 hits on the year. Swing and a miss. Goldschmidt down on strikes, but the Yankees add 3. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Well, the New York Yankee Foundation's 50-50 raffle is now open during every home game at Yankee Stadium. One lucky fan wins half the pot. The other half is donated to the New York Yankees Foundation. Buy your tickets now at Yankees.com/50-50. So the Yankees lead 6-1 on the Cadillac scoreboard, bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch to Caminero is inside, 1-0. Line drive, it is a base hit. We'll go all the way to the wall. Playing it out in the corner is Dominguez, and Caminero with a leadoff double here in the 4th.
Looked like a hanging slider, backed up a little bit. Caminero, man, that sweet swing. He's been doing it for this Rays team. Another hard hit ball. Even though they're down 6-1, they're still finding ways to get on base.
So here is Jonathan Aranda. Tap back to Carrasco in second. One and 0. On Aranda. Grounded foul.
As a starter, up 5 runs, you're trying to get through at least that 5th inning unscathed, but got to keep throwing strikes. Let the defense work.
Three and 1 on the Rays first baseman. And the count is full.
Here's a foul ball. That one really got the foot that time.
That one really got him. Kind of karmic, right? Ooh, got more than the foot.
He got that pad down there for a reason, and you see it all the time. He misses that ankle pad. That's the worst. Cleats are on point, though. Give him that.
Back to the screen. Rays coming to action 8-12 today. Yankees are 13-7. Ground ball grabbed there by Goldschmidt, and he flips to Carrasco for out number one. Caminero moves to third.
They change up, nice stab. We talked about Goldschmidt, how good of a defender he is and how smart he is over there. Watching the ball go right in the glove, take your time, easy flip. Cookie's right there for the easy out.
Yankees play back except at third, so a ground ball would get the run in. Pitch upstairs to Mangum, who walked and stole a bag in the second inning. And there's a base hit. Caminero will score. Mangum with an RBI single, and the Yankees lead by 4, 6-2.
Got a fastball looking to go inside, and the meat of the plate right there. Easy stroke. Short and center to the ball, and now they got another speedster on the bag.
Meisner takes outside, 1-0. Goldschmidt goes to second for one. On to first with Carrasco covering, but not in time.
Once again, wrong guy to hit it to right now. Takes your time, throw a strike to second base. Know that you got to get the first one. Gets that nice and easy. Second would have been great.
And he got the faster runner off of first. Here's Caballero. Walked and scored in the third. Bob back. Diving back is Meisner. One and one. Two and one. And Carrasco missing the edges this inning.
Yeah, I know he's 61 pitches in. It's not that many, but at the same time, he's missing a little bit more. Don't have to nitpick here. Just get your strikes and move on.
Fly ball left field going back. Dominguez on the run. He's not going to get it. And it bounces over the wall for a double, so the Yankees catch a break as Meissner has to stop at third on the double by Caballero.
Just like that, you get behind in the count. You got to throw one over the plate. And they caught a break there because that run would have scored. Seems like later here, Carrasco's been playing with fire just a little bit more. He's gotten out of most of these jams.
A fast and reliable connection backed by a 100% U.S.-based workforce. So you get the best customer service experience possible. Spectrum.
So Matt Blake finishes his conversation with the infielders and Carrasco. He'll head back to the Yankee dugout on the third base side. He's a big batter in the game. It's 6-2. He gets a hit. It could be 6-4. And the whole vibe changes. So big batter for Carrasco. One and 0. Rortvedt has one base hit so far this year. And that came on Thursday. Started the season 0 for 17. Two and 1. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. And the count 3-1.
Again, behind in the count. See the check swing here. Yeah, did not go.
Three and 2, so Ian Hamilton is up in the Yankee bullpen. So big pitch here. Second and third, 2 outs. Full count on the number 9 hitter, Rortvedt. Line drive, left field. It's a base hit in front of Dominguez. 2 runs will score. It's a 2-run single for Rortvedt. And the Yankee lead is now just 2 at 6-4.
Got the fastball again, right down the plate. Gets his second hit, 2 RBIs on that one. We knew a base hit would get 2. If you're not getting ahead of batters, those things will happen. They're right back in the game.
So here's the rookie Chandler Simpson. His first big league game, he's 0 for 2. And a strike. At AAA this season, Simpson had 22 hits, 21 singles. That one is looped into center field, and that's going to be caught by Grisham, and that'll do it. But the Rays creep closer. They score 3, they leave 1. We go to the 5th. Well, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, May 2nd when the Yankees take on the Rays. It's Jazz Chisholm basketball jersey night. The first 18,000 guests in attendance receive a Jazz Chisholm basketball jersey courtesy of StubHub. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. Now, Josh Hart of the New York Knicks was at a Yankee game during the past homestand. And the Knicks start their series against the Pistons tonight at the Garden. And Josh Hart was warming up before the game in the Jazz Chisholm basketball jersey.
Oh, that's nice.
Mason Engler takes over. And he deals a strike to Chisholm.
And Mason Engler, he's got a lot of pitches he throws. Not afraid to throw him at any part of the count here too as well. Not that overpowering.
The 0-2. And the righty deals. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Chisholm down on strikes.
Another one of his 6 pitches there, changeup. You know, when you're not going well, the biggest problem is you're swinging at bad pitches, and that's what Jazz is doing right now.
Jazz is arguing that he tipped it.
Yeah, he did argue that he tipped it, but to no avail.
5th inning, Yankees lead 6-4. Count 1-0 on Volpe, who's 0 for 2. Up the middle. And a beautiful play by Lau. Throw to first. Got him. What a play by the Rays second baseman.
Just when you think you've seen it all on the defense end, hard hit ball up the middle. Snatches it out on that one hop. And with the whereabouts to throw him out. Backhand, one knee, then cuts it loose. All over the diamond, Michael.
So 2 down for the Yanks in the 5th. And that brings up Grisham. 1 for 2 with his 5th home run. Solo shot in the 2nd. Has 12 runs batted in. And a strike. Engler, 25 years old, came to the Rays in a February trade from the Tigers for Drew Summers. So he's from Forney, Texas. So in Forney High School, he set a Texas high school record with 55 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings, and that breaks the mark held by David Clyde. High pop-up, way up there. Who's going to get it? Oh, Warford holds on after he runs into the first baseman, Aranda. And that is out number 3, and Aranda is down. They miscommunicated earlier and the ball dropped untouched. This one, Rortfeld held on, but Aranda is still down.
This is serious too. Oh, he got an elbow to the face. They're so hard, those plays, too. It's right in front of you. They both want to get the ball, and then next thing you know, the collision happens.
And Aranda could see Rortvedt, but Rortvedt didn't know that Aranda was closing on him, so he's just looking to make the catch, Todd.
And it's nobody's fault. I mean, most of the time you're not going to hear anybody, especially as high as the ball was in the crowd. You take everything into factor. Seeing him get up, that's really good. And I think he got him right in the nose there, maybe a elbow to the nose, and now he's walking off. That's a really, really good sign.
Well, the Yankees go down in order in the third. Aranda runs full speed into the left arm of Rortvedt. We're halfway through. Yankees up by 2. Back here at George M. Steinbrenner Field, Audi scoreboard, 6-4 Yankees lead. Bottom of the 5th inning. And the pitch to Diaz. Inside 1-0. Yandy, RBI single in the 30s, 1 for 2. That single broken 0 for 9 in this series. Carrasco, starting in the 4th, continues to fall behind. He's just missing off the edges. Can't live like that. There's a strike.
And when you try new stuff and you're not as overpowering as usual, sometimes you get ahead of yourself and it gets away from you. You got a bunch of different pitches. You've mastered all of them, and then you get in a situation where you don't have a feel here, especially in these last couple innings.
Fly ball left field, and it's over the head of Dominguez, and caroms back into the outfield as Diaz picks up a double here in the 5th.
Again, 3-1 count. Squares the ball up. Dominguez turned to his left and had to come back to his right. You're taught as a left fielder, when a righty is up, that ball's going to hook towards the line. Might have stopped him from getting a little more piece of the glove on that one. Again, just trying out in left field. It's a double.
And that'll do it for Carrasco. So Carrasco actually led in this game 6-1. He will not get the victory. The Yankees will turn it over to their bullpen. Carrasco leaves a runner on second, nobody out. Fans, the Yes app has moved to the Gotham Sports app, your new home for streaming live Yankees games and so much more. Free with an eligible TV provider subscription. Download the Gotham Sports app now or visit GothamSports.com to get streaming. Carrasco's line, he throws 75 pitches. Runner at second is his responsibility. Ian Hamilton comes on. He'll face Brandon Lau, runner at second. And he goes around. 0-1.
Had a good outing last out 2 days ago. Sinker, slider. You know, that slider's one of his better pitches.
Fly ball left field. Dominguez toward the line. And he makes the play in fair territory for out number 1.
Not that much room down there at the line. Slows down just a bit. Yeah, that would have been fair. Good play out there by Dominguez.
So one play you could argue he should have made the catch, and then the next play, not a routine fly ball, and he makes the catch very close to the line for out number 1. Here's Caminero. One and 0. Shadows are coming into play now with the 4 o'clock start. High fly ball left field. Dominguez.
I got it.
Runs out of room. You can see as he's running, the sun glinting off his glasses. It's a tough sun field. It's the same geographical direction as Yankee Stadium, and left field at Yankee Stadium is a very tough sun field.
It is, and the ball usually comes back, you know, with no wind over there at Yankee Stadium, but here kind of stays around that area in foul territory.
And you have a little bit of a break at the stadium because you have the multiple decks. Here, you're just looking at sky.
And it's windy.
Swing and a miss. There's that Slambio. 2-2.
First time we've seen Caminero a little off balance, too. Michael, I think you go back to that one 2 times in a row here, especially with the base open.
Three and 2. Let's see if he goes to it now. Diaz on second. 1 man out. We're in the 5th. Way outside with the slider, so a walk to Caminero. And now the time runs are on base, and coming up is Jonathan Aranda, which is a good sign after he ran into Rortvedt down the top of the inning. You almost wonder if there was a whiplash effect as well.
Yeah, I agree. And then Rortvedt's arm got hyperextended going back, and I think that's what he was feeling for, too.
Aranda 0 for 2. Grounded to first and grounded back to the mound. Pitch outside. 1-0. This is inside. 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1. So Carrasco goes 4 plus 1 batter. Now Hamilton in to get the 3 outs of the 5th. First and second. Line and grab by Chisholm. And he throws high and over the head of Volpe. It would have been a double play. But a great play on the liner by Chisholm for out number 2.
What an excellent play here, too. Full extension, dives in. I think he didn't understand how much time he really had. He could actually gotten up and ran to him and flipped it to him. What a beautiful play. And then the ball just gets away. Ah, Volpe was a little taller there. That would have been an easy double play. Watches again, good reaction. Oh, just couldn't finish it, Mike.
And Diaz gave up. He just gave up. He stopped running because he knew he was out. Nice play on the liner. Here's Mangum. 2 down. Slice foul. Now back to the screen, 0-2. tying run moves into scoring position, second and third with 2 outs.
Kind of a spike slider right there. Nothing you can do. That was about 5-6 feet before home plate.
Carlos Rodon off his strong 6 innings yesterday, standing alongside Carrasco. Fouled off the foot of Mangum.
Seen a couple of these today. Off the shin there.
Well, Yankee pitchers, when it's 50-50, that's not great. So 46 balls, 45 strikes. And that really started to turn in the 3rd and 4th inning with Carrasco.
When you're pitching from behind as a batter, you're waiting for that one pitch to drive, and you're usually going to get it, and they have taken advantage. You haven't seen that too often from the Rays these last couple of games.
Two and two. So the wild pitch moves Diaz to third, Caminero to second. High fly ball, deep center, going back Grisham. Still back. And he makes the play, battling the sun, battling the wind, and he hauls it in for the final out.
Wow. Turned the wrong way again. The plays have been plentiful. Yankees coming to bat.
Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. White Sox and Red Sox bottom of the 5th. Rafael Devers opposite way, and no doubt about it. Monster shot over the monster. A 3-run home run. But as the Red Sox try and win their 4th straight game, the White Sox have just tied it 3-3. They're in the top of the 7th. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Bob. We go to the 6th inning. Yankees up by 2. Englert in for a 2nd inning of work. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard 6-5-0 Yanks, 4-6-0 Tampa Bay. Englert drops a breaking ball into Dominguez. Dominguez, Cabrera, and Rice here in the 6th. Wrap foul. It's going to be interesting to see if Rice hits in this inning. Remember, he's the DH. He got plunked on that back elbow, and when he came off the field, he did go back into the clubhouse with one of the athletic trainers, so we'll see if he comes out.
Yeah, I think that's the right idea. I mean, be cautionary. Hopefully it's nothing. They just want to get a quick check, test the arm strength, test the muscles, all that kind of good stuff.
One and two. Fouls it off to stay alive. Along with Todd Frazier and Meredith Marakovitz, I'm Michael Kay. We thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday, now evening, with us. We appreciate it. 6th inning, 6-4 Yankees lead. Strike 3. Took a fastball right down the middle. Let's go around the league, see what's going on. Yamamoto's what's going on. 0.93 ERA this season. That leads the National League. Trevor Story, his career has been derailed by injuries, but two 3-run home runs last night against the White Sox. He has a good average, 5 home runs this season. And Grayson Rodriguez will receive second opinion on right shoulder. He has not pitched since last July. One of the brightest young pitching prospects. And that would be a huge blow for the Orioles.
Yeah, that's a shame. They're talking about right shoulder discomfort. When you hear that, all you think about, I mean, you think about the worst. Labrum, you know, when they talk about elbow discomfort, you know, TJ, Tommy John, it's hard not to think that way. I mean, hoping for the best. You don't wish that upon anybody. You love to see the bright stars play, and when they're not, it's not good for baseball.
Well, this is somewhat concerning as Pablo Reyes comes out on deck. He will pinch hit for Rice. And you call it, Todd. He was in a great deal of pain when he was standing at first base. Hopefully it's nothing serious. He's been such a big part of this Yankee good start.
You know, sometimes when you do get hit in the bone area, it's tough to get the movement back. So again, like we talked about, we're not speculating, but we're just hoping that it's basically a bruise on that elbow, but it did hit it. Got him clean there, so it's in a weird spot.
2-2. And the count 3-2 on Cabrera. He walked and scored in the fourth inning. He's 0 for 1. High fly ball. Simpson makes the play. Out number 2. So against the righty, pinch hitting for Rice will be Reyes. Now they do have Vizcarra, their backup catcher, and Cody Bellinger from the left side, but they're electing to go with Reyes here, who has not seen much action at all. He had one start early at the stadium, had a really rough time of it defensively.
Yeah, I think 2 outs, nobody on. I think Bellinger's a guy you bring in with an opportunity to get RBIs in, and then you have a backup catcher. You don't want to burn him too fast. So I think this is the right move. Two 2-0. Grounded to short, tough hop. Caballero stays with it. The Yankees go down in order 1-2-3 against England. Time to name that Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. Started with Seattle, then the Angels, then a solid run with the Yankees, Giants, and finished with the Angels. Good numbers in 210 games, 24-17, 3.87 ERA. And that's considered a 10, the most difficult kind. So Meisner against Hamilton. One 1-0. Bottom third of the order for Tampa Bay. They've climbed back in it after being down 6-1. They scored 3 in the fourth. It's 6-4. 1-1. We saw Biggie yesterday. He's warming again today. Kevin Cash trying to piece it together after one of his best starters. Shane Baz didn't have it today. We mentioned the Yankees off to a good start, and they're essentially in 8th of the way through the season at 13-7, play 162, so rounded off to an 8th as they play 20. There's Grisham. One down. Well, if you're wondering, that is a .650 winning percentage. And what does that come out to in 162 games? 105 wins. Yankees will take that. Oh, anybody will.
Yep. And there's Mark Leiter Jr. Caballero Has scored twice, walked and doubled. Left field, Dominguez will make the play. 2 outs.
Seen this in a long time. Throwing strikes. Letting the batter swing the bat here a little bit and letting the defense work. Hamilton does. He's got that nasty slider, but he also has that get me over one for a strike, and that usually does him well, too.
There's Ben Roark, that big 2-run single in the 4th inning to make it 6-4. And a ground ball to second. Chisholm from the outfield grass. And a 1-2-3 inning for Ian Hamilton and the Yankees. We go to the 7th. We go to the 7th. Ford scoreboard. Yankees lead 6-4. Hunter Biggie comes in, and he will face Aaron Judge. Judge 2 for 3. Last time up, a 2-run single. That gives him 740 career ribbies. And that moves him past Tino Martinez for sole possession of 20th place in franchise history. $2-0 on Judge. .395 with his 2 for 3. Two and 1.
Biggie's got that hard-thrown fastball. Secondary pitch with that slider. Just threw one over there on 2-0 count against Judge.
Two and 2. Time for today's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of New York Yankees. Ben Rice, they're saying it's a left elbow contusion. Hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. Second time he was hit in the game. 3 and 2. Well, the Yankees will cross their fingers tightly and hope that a night of ice and maybe a compression sleeve, and he'll be fine for tomorrow.
And not only that, I mean, you don't want a day off, but a day game on Sunday, and you got a day in pretty much games after game.
Swing and a miss. Judge down on strikes.
There was that slider kind of backed up a little bit. Those are the hardest ones to hit. I think about guy Bronson Arroyo. Really good at backup curveball sliders. Just not a natural pitch.
Austin Wells takes a strike. Biggie pitched the scoreless 9th inning last night, kept it at 1-0, but the Yankees held on behind Luke Weaver in the bottom of the 9th to win their 5th straight game. Won the game 1-0. And it's rare for them to win a game 1-0, especially in this day and age with home runs. And last time they had a 1-0 win, June 24th of 2023 against Texas. Didn't the Reds this year have like 3 straight 1-0 losses?
Something like that. Or they didn't score for 3 straight games, but it was something crazy.
And in that ballpark, too.
That whole NL Central, man, with the Cubs, Brewers, it's going to be a fight to the finish.
The Reds did not score for 35 innings straight.
You think of hitting coaches, I mean, you're sitting there like, oh no, what do I need to do next?
Swing and a miss. Wells down on strikes. 2-away. Hey, tomorrow on Yes, Max Fried, who's been great, takes them out as the Yankees and the Rays wrap up the series here at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. Coverage will start at 12:30 with Audi batting practice and the pregame. with first pitch scheduled for shortly after 1:30 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Here's Goldschmidt 0 for 2 with a walk today. Chopped up the middle. Caballero fields and fires, and the Yankees go down in order 1, 2, 3. In fact, the last 11 straight Yankees have been retired.
Time for your Ford Studio update. Bob and Flash with you. In the pregame, you said bullpen covering 12 outs. Got to get more than that today.
Yeah, Bob, pitching coaches will tell you the most important pitch in baseball is strike one. Carrasco had a tough time getting the ball over, getting ahead. Because of that, the bullpen is going to have to cover a lot of innings. Hamilton right now is a star, giving Aaron Boone 6 outs out of the bullpen. Game 1, they have to cover a lot. Game 3, good news, Max Fried tomorrow.
Got to keep the lead right now, see if they do it. Guys, we will see you on the postgame. Look forward to it.
Well, here's the game summary. 6-5-0 for the Yanks, 4-6-0 for Tampa Bay. Carrasco pitched into the 5th. Aaron Judge, 2-run single and a run scored. Shane Baz did not have it today. Yandy Diaz does. 2 for 3, a double and a ribby. So the Yankees are going to piece it together out of the bullpen, or at least attempt to. Mark Leiter comes out of the bullpen to pitch the 7th. Pace the top of the order. And the pitch outside.
This bullpen has been absolutely phenomenal. No matter who has come in, Ian Hamilton, great job by him using both his pitches there, cover 2 innings.
Well, during the 5-game winning streak, the bullpen is pitching to a 0.90 ERA. In the last 7 games, they're pitching to a 0.66 ERA. And Boone was talking about his bullpen today, Todd. Everybody has different pitch shapes. They bring a little bit something different to the party. And the interesting thing about this Yankee bullpen, which has been effective, they don't throw hard. It's not like they have flamethrowers coming out of the bullpen. They still get the outs.
No, and it's, again, they have 4 or 5 different pitches. He got Mark Leiter Jr. on the mound here. Splitter, curveball, change. And then he brings a fastball as well.
Swing and a miss. There's the splitter. And as the injuries start coming back, you're going to get more different looks. If Loizac is able to come back, there's your fastball out of the pen.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, they keep doing what they're doing here, they're going to be plenty fine no matter what the score is. They're going to keep the hitters in games, and they're going to have more opportunities to win ball games.
Count 1-0. Ground ball third base. Cabrera bobbles, stays with it, and a stretch there by Goldschmidt for out number 2. Hey, Monday on Yes, don't miss an all-new episode of Sportico Sports Business for an exclusive interview with MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred. Catch the new episode presented by Genius Sports Monday after Yankees coverage on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. So 2 down against Leiter. Here's Brandon Lau. That one is lined to right field. Battling the sun is Judge, and he fights it right into his glove for the final out. So Lau hit it hard. Judge put it away, and the Rays go down in order. It's time for the Optimum Don't Take Slow for an Answer replay. These are the last 4 guys to steal 100 bases in a season.
He's going. The pitch is high. The throw is safe. He stole it.
Incredible.
There's Ricky. And that's Vince Coleman. That's the last guy to do it. And 104 stolen bases last year by Simpson, who's in center field for the Rays, but hasn't been able to get on. So these are the last 5 players. Maybe we don't have video of Billy Hamilton, so you're going to have to imagine that. Yeah,
very surprised.
And it's not your Billy Hamilton.
Yeah, not at all. I would like to see him run during this time now too, as well, with only 2 throwovers. But that's pretty impressive.
So we saw Montgomery yesterday, hard-throwing left-hander. He comes in to pitch the 8th, and the first batter he faces is Chisholm. 7 games so far, 10 strikeouts, no walks in 7 innings. right back to Montgomery. One down. So Jazz 1 for 4. He had the RBI single in the first inning, and that brings up Volpe. And what they've been doing, and Montgomery has the stuff to do it, is just attack him up in the zone with fastballs. Let's see if they change.
And you don't tell this to many, but I would cheat here a little bit so your timing is a little bit better for Volpe. Cheat fastball.
So when you say cheat, what are you saying?
Start sooner and try and drive the ball down the line. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do that. That might get you on the right time and the right path too.
So 0-1 on Volpe. He's 0 for 3. And there's a base hit to left field. Did he need that? Turned around a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
And that's what you're talking about. Sitting fastball, finding a way to get out in front. Foot got down in time. He still got jammed a little bit, hit it hard. That's got to feel pretty good.
And that brings up Trent Grisham, a home run in the second. He's 1 for 3. 5 home runs on the season.
Let's see here. Get that foot down, get the hands through. Very nice. And again, that pitch was waist high. Anything higher than that, he's not going to catch up to right now. But when he is going well, he'll hit anything.
Let's check out the exit velocity presented by Spectrum. This is on the Grisham home run in the second. 100.5 miles per hour off the bat. Traveled 379 feet into the pavilion out there in right center. Now, I was watching as Volpe was up, the replay we showed, and you have Grisham in the on-deck circle, and as Volpe's foot is lifting, so was Grisham. So your timing, it's not just, you're not just swinging a weighted bat in the on-deck circle.
No, that's where it starts. And if you're going to be on the on-deck circle, not getting prepared for 99 plus, as we see the replay here. Yep. Beautiful thing.
That's why pitchers don't like guys out of the on-deck circle behind the plate.
Yeah, and you get guys that like getting closer. Some guys don't. I was always the guy that tried to get up there as quick as possible so I can try and get my timing down all the time, and most of the time didn't matter anyway.
1-2. 2-2.
'99. Scott Barry said just a little bit off. That's ooh.
They might have caught a break there. Volpe dancing off first. And he comes back with a slider. 3-2.
It's a good take right there. Think one and react, especially with 2 strikes. See the ball deeper.
Volpe was hardly off the bag there. 1 on, 1 out. We're in the 8th inning. Yankees lead 6-4. And the pitch. There's ball 4. 100 miles an hour. And he took ball 4. So first and second, 1 man out. That'll bring up Dominguez and help the bat from his weaker side.
Here's where it gets a little tricky here with Volpe on second. He's always looking to go to third base too. If you're the Rays, you got to try and keep him close to second base.
Well, here's the difference with Dominguez. When he bats against right-handed pitching coming into this game, 353. Against left-handed pitching, 083. Although he got a big 2-run single against his Kansas City Royals batting from the right side. So he did struggle, though, against Chris Bubich in the very next game. We'll see how he does here.
Yeah, with a big leg kick. And we said timing all the time. It's the biggest thing. You've got to get that leg down early enough so you can see the fastball.
And they gave him the slider instead.
And I like how he shortened his leg kick up too as well. He didn't bring it up as high.
Against a guy like that throwing so hard, do you have to have the trigger device at all? Can you just not even kick the foot up, the front foot?
Yeah, I would spread out. You know, facing Aroldis Chapman plenty of times. He goes 0 for 9 or 10 against him. I squared the ball up sometimes, but got to find a vicinity where you want to hit it.
1-1. Grounded to second. There's one, and there's two as Montgomery works into and out of trouble. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-4 Yanks. All right, it's time to name that Yankee. We gave you the clues. Now, this is a tough one. This is considered the toughest that we do. You have any idea?
Don't even look at me.
All right.
No clue.
Rich Monteleone.
Love it. Good Irish name.
Who ended up being, Joe Torre's bullpen coach for a couple of years. He pitched in Buck Showalter's bullpen for the Yankees. Spent a lot of time with the Angels as well. And the numbers very, very good. So Rich Monteleone. Born in Tampa, 4 seasons with the Yankees as a player, 3 seasons as their bullpen coach. Special instructor with the team from 05 to 08. And he was a first-round draft pick from Tampa, Florida. Luke Weaver comes on to pitch the 8th inning and face 4, 5, and 6 in the Rays order. Pitches up and away. Well, Bellinger comes in for Dominguez to play left field. Luke Weaver pitched so well in the 9th inning yesterday because they didn't want to use Devin Williams. He's been pitching a lot, but Devin Williams is available today, so that's why Luke Weaver's pitching the 8th. And if there's a lead to protect, Devin Williams will pitch the 9th. So good job by Hamilton and Leiter.
And Michael, you mentioned Luke Weaver pitching yesterday, 1, 2, 3 in that 9th inning with 2 strikeouts, and his velocity was up a tick. His fastball around 95 miles an hour. That had kind of been a storyline throughout spring training and early this season. And he said, I'm not worried. This is generally how I start off. It gets better as time goes on and I get more reps. And I spoke to him about it today, and he said, see, I told you I'm not worried. Were you worried? But he did say the warm weather had something to do with it. Everybody's starting to feel a little bit better on the mound, and he's obviously been dialed in to start the season. 10 scoreless innings, did not allow a run, just 2 hits, and struck out 10 on the year.
And
11 right there.
A beautiful change up there to strike out Caminero. Look at the bullpen budget. Brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. So Weaver pitched yesterday, Leiter 2 in a row now. Fernando Cruz pitched yesterday as well. They'll try to stay away from him. But Devin Williams is available today after being off yesterday. Here is Aranda. One and 0. Aranda 0 for 3. Last time lined out sharply to Chisholm. And a strike with the fastball. And that is the closer for the Rays, Pete Fairbanks. They'll have him pitch the top of the 9th inning to keep it right here. Two and 1.
They kept Aranda at bay here with the power numbers. Guy who came in here real hot too for the Rays.
Boy, that changeup, such a weapon. 2 and 2. You know, there's never any concern about Weaver unraveling. You see Jazz is checking out the sun. He had some of the biggest outs last year, and the Yankees marched to playing in a World Series. He was the closer. He took that role when they demoted Clay Holmes into a setup guy. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Dials it up to 95. 2 away.
See, when that leg kick for Weaver at the end gets a little higher, the fastball comes a little crispier. Set him up with a changeup that looked up and fell down, and the fastball stays up. Perfect placement. He's rolling right now again.
So here's Mangum, 1 for 2, RBI single and a walk. Also stole a bag, his 8th stolen base of the year. And that one is chopped to Goldschmidt. Weaver covering, and he beats Mangum to the bag for the final out. So a nice, easy peasy 1-2-3 inning for Luke Weaver. And we're going to go to the 9th here in Tampa. It's time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. It's been a glove story so far.
Yeah, and it has. And it first starts off with Goldschmidt. This guy has been really good. And then the flashing leather of Jazz over there. Look at Grisham going to get it. It seems like there's 2 or 3 great plays a game. In between, hop there by Goldschmidt. Finally makes the play, makes it look easy. These guys, man, I tell you right now, this defense is stepping up.
Well, one of the things they wanted to do in the offseason was tighten up the defense, and you could see they've certainly done that. This is a different defensive team than last year. Obviously, Jazz Chisholm is a plus defender at second, and Glaber at times struggled at that position. And although they're not getting much offense out of third base, more than they thought, they're getting pretty good defense out of both of the players at third. And you've got Grisham and Bellinger, so yeah, it certainly has tightened up the defense, and Goldschmidt's been great at first. Pete Fairbanks, 5th reliever, used by Kevin Cash. Two 2-0 on Oswaldo. Yankees lead by 2, 6-4. Well,
we have seen in spring training with Fairbanks, he does throw a lot of balls. He'll walk a lot of guys, but he'll also get out a lot of situations too. And he'll tell you at the end of the game how he really feels and what he could have worked on for sure.
There's ball 4. So Cabrera on base for the 2nd time with a walk. Check out the upcoming schedule, brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. One more game here in Tampa Bay, and it'll be a 1:40 start tomorrow. Then on to Cleveland for the Yankees. They'll play the Guardians 3. Note the Wednesday start at 1:10. Thursday's an off day, and then the Blue Jays come to town for weekend set in the Bronx. So here's Pablo Reyes. Reyes pinch hit for Rice after Rice was hit by a pitch on the inside of his left elbow, the back elbow. That was in the 4th inning. Well, Reyes caught the eye of Boone during spring training. He loved what he saw, and that's why Reyes made the team, but really there hasn't been an opportunity to play him a lot. So these 2 at-bats for Reyes must feel strange for him. And Rortvedt wants to talk with Fairbanks.
Yeah, and it's different for a young guy coming in. I remember those days. You got to have a feeling of my time's coming. No matter, even if you don't play 4, 5, 6 games in a row, there's going to be an opportunity. So I got to get my extra work in. I got to lift the weights. You know, I got to be the last one in, first one in, last one to leave. Kind of ideal.
So Kyle Snyder, who I think comes out to the mound more than any pitching coach in the game. He's widely respected. But they definitely use up their mound visits. That was the last one they have. That was allowed. Next time he can't come out. The pitcher has to come with him. Drops a slider in there for a strike. Cabrera leads off first, held there by Aranda. Three and 1.
Give credit to Scott Berry, the home plate umpire. He hasn't called that really at all today. He's been pretty good back there.
And there's a strike. There he goes full. Do they send Cabrera? No. Grounded and through for a base hit for Reyes. Cabrera around second. He's going to go to third. Meisner will throw into second. A big hit for Reyes. And the Yankees are playing the corners. Nobody out.
It's like a curveball here. Stayed out over. Got good extension on the pitch. Huge base hit up the middle. They seem to find the holes, Michael. We've talked about this. Doesn't matter what side of the field it is. Easy first to third action for Cabrera. And here comes the captain.
Another RBI opportunity for Judge. He's driven in 2, has 2 hits and 4 at-bats. And that's Reyes' first hit this season. Yankees would love some runs here, take some pressure off the 9th inning.
And look at the infield here, too, as well. Everybody's playing in. You got third base, Caminero playing back, too, as well for a hard hit ball. Still have an opportunity to get the guy out at home.
And a strike. Judge, 24 RBIs on the year. Popped up, first base side, and that's in the seats out of play. The right fielder and the center fielder in the sun. And with Lau playing in, he's also battling the sun at second base. You can see his body is illuminated.
Cabrera here on the ground. He's going to go, too. Want to make sure you still get 2 guys on base.
Runner goes. No throw, so a stolen base for Reyes. And the count levels at 2-2. Now, does Kevin Cash think about walking Judge here?
I don't think so. I think with 2 strikes, less than 2, it's an opportunity to do it. Now you can throw pretty much whatever. Just try not to keep it in the zone.
Infield is in. Whip foul. Boy, you got to hold your breath if you're an infield playing in for Judge.
Forget about the infield. Rojas at third. He's way up there. No time to react. So Caballero kind of back up after the pitch as you see him right now. Hard hit ball, you'll still have a chance.
Ground ball and through for a base hit. Cabrera scores. Reyes will stop at third. It's an RBI single for Judge, and the Yankees lead 7-4. The perils of playing the infield in.
How did he sneak it through this 6-hole right here? Both of them were shifted over. God, he finds a way. Fastball up. No chance I thought that ball would get through the hole there, and he found a way. The perfect placement.
25 ribbies for the captain. Infield still in. Wells takes a strike. Judge goes. Pitch fouled away. Had a pretty good jump.
Yes, he did. That walking lead. He would have cruised right in there.
Wells 1 for 2. Sack fly and a walk. One and 2. Still nobody out. Yankees have runners on the corners. Chasing Judge back. Now they have up Yoendris Gomez in case the Yankees take more than a 3-run lead. Runner goes. Throw to second. Not in time. Stolen base for Judge as Wells strikes out. So 1 away.
Call on the field is safe. Second base. Tampa Bay is down.
Oh, his knee did come up there a little bit as he slid. I think this might be a good review late in the game.
His spike initially hit Caballero.
Watch it pop up. See how it's still in the air. Hit him. Oh, yeah.
They're probably going to.
Hits him on the arm before the foot gets down there. That's an easy one right there. Foot hits him, arm. Way to stay with it there by Caballero. Again, watch. Spike hits him, arm, then the foot gets down.
So the call is under review. If it's overturned, it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. Runner is out. Tampa Bay retains their challenge.
So caught stealing 2-6. Now 2 outs, runner at third base.
So hard, you know that rule of blocking the bag. I don't think he was blocking. I think he slid right into his leg, which was not anywhere near the bag. When you're that big and your leg is that long, it's really hard to keep it down. Spike gets caught, then hits his leg.
Infield backs up with 2 outs for Goldschmidt. And a strike. One run in. Finding out that x-rays on Ben Rice's elbow have come back negative. So that's good news. And the count 0-2 on Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt's 0 for 3 with a walk. Got a ribby out there at third. Inside, 1-2.
Take a look at this one. As you see, there's a couple of those this inning. That ball had the whole plate there.
1-2. Chop slowly toward third. It's a base hit and an RBI as Reyes scores, and the Yankees are up 8-4.
You cannot give that guy a second chance. He will single you and single you over and over again. Got it off the end. Nice play over there by Caminero, but just a little too late. It's another big run. Look at him hustle down there. Still got it.
And the pitch to Chisholm is a strike. So does that mean Gomez comes in with a 4-run lead? It's no longer a save situation. But Devin Williams still up. Upstairs, 1-1. Chisholm 1 for 4, RBI single, stolen base today. Two and one. Still throwing. That one just misses again. 3-1.
Yeah, you like to see Jazz right here. Be ready for the pitch he wants. Usually a fastball count here and try and drive one. Another pretty good pitch.
Fairbanks doesn't seem angry at these calls, and we're not hearing it from the Rays bench either. Runner goes, 3-1, pitches high, throw to second. It's a stolen base for Goldschmidt. Well, it was ball 4 anyway, so no need for the throw by Rortvedt. And that is going to do it for Fairbanks. He's thrown 29 pitches in a non-save situation. Kevin Cash will take the ball. So the Yankees have played it 2. They're looking for more. They go to the pen. All right, back here at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Yankees 8, Tampa Bay 4. First and second. 2 men out. And Edwin Uceda comes on to face Anthony Volpe. Swing and a miss. Volpe last time up, single to left field. You see Uceda's numbers. This will be his 9th game. Pitch up and away, 1-1.
Kind of in between the sidearm guy and over the top. Leans over a little bit to get a little more action on his off-speed too as well. So kind of slings it from the shoulder.
There's a changeup, 1-2.
See here on the replay here. Just a little bit.
They're both up. Mike Harkey stands between Gomez and Williams. Two and two. Goldschmidt's at second. Chisholm is at first. Swing and a miss. Volpe down on strikes. But the Yankees get 2 big runs. They leave 2, and it'll be Devin Williams coming on. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by FanDuel. New customers get $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. By Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Untuckit, find the perfect fit today at Untuckit.com or more than 80 stores worldwide. Devin Williams comes on, 4-run lead, so it is not a save situation. Yankee bullpen has been nails again today as Carlos Carrasco pitched into the 5th inning, so a lot of outs they had to get out of the pen. They need 3 more to make it 6 in a row for the Yanks. And the first pitch is a strike to Meisner. One and one.
Yeah, he was up for a long time over there. You got to decide whether to put him in or not. Might as well put your lockdown guy in.
Grounded to Goldschmidt. Tough hop, but he stays with it. Takes it himself. 1 down. Well, fans, after the final out, get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews. We'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. It's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. There's tomorrow's starter, Max Fried. He has been pitching very, very well. Yankees are hoping that he'll go for a 4-game sweep. Here's Junior Caballero. 1-0. Tomorrow it's going to be Fried against Ryan Pepio. Coverage on Easter Sunday, 12:30 on Yes. Game time about 1:30. And a strike, 1-1. Tampa Bay trying to avoid a 5-game losing streak. Fouled away. Lights are on here at Steinbrenner Field. There's not a cloud in the sky right now. It's just a beautiful day. Crowd of 10,046, another sellout.
You know, a lot of relievers, closers especially, coming in knowing it's not a safe situation. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It changes their mindset, and you know, are they willing to do it? And I know Devin Williams definitely is, so it's an opportunity for him to come in and kind of work on some pitches as well, especially up 4 runs.
1-2. Chop toward third. Cabrera. The long throw, and it's over the head of Goldschmidt. And that allows Caballero to reach, and the ball went into the stands, I believe, so he'll go to second.
Here's a play at third base, too. You see the big hop, you come really quick, so he had to hurry up because of the speed. Ball just sailed on him. It's one of those, when you see that big hop, go get it as quick as possible. It's hitting that dirt, and it's kind of staying down a little bit, so just one of those plays. It's do or die, and just ball got away.
Wonder if they'll give him a hit and an error or just a straight error. We're waiting on that. So here's Rortvedt. 1-0. Rortvedt a 2-run single in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. And it's a straight E5. Oh, it is a single in the E5. Okay. So they assume that even if it was a good throw, he would have beaten it out. It would have been very, very tight, but I think he would have been out. But they are going to, it's hometown scoring. So he gets a hit and an E5.
I needed a couple of those back when I played.
I'll tell you what, just doing games all around the country, I think in New York, they're not scored that way for the most part. I think in other places they are.
They're scored fairly, yeah. And you know, you see a lot more of those kind of hits. I mean, to me, I think that's an out if he throws it right.
2-1. 3-1 on Rortvedt.
I mean, you got to look at it like this. I'm Devin Williams. I mean, it's an error either way, so it's going to be an unearned run if the run does come in at the end. But
and Rortvedt works a walk. Well, if there's a home run, that's an earned run because the E5 just moves him to second. So he's not thrilled.
No, then you would have to have a conversation afterwards, for sure.
So here is Simpson. He's 0 for 4 in his first big league game. That is sliced to left field. On the run is Bellinger. And it is a fair ball that bounces into the stands. And that is the first base hit for Simpson. And his dad is absolutely thrilled. It brings in a run. And it's 8-5.
Yeah, they talk about him having no power. Look at the family how excited they are. That is so cool. One memory they will never forget. They talk about him having no power. This ball one-hopped the wall over in left field. Ready for the fastball. He's watching. He's saying, stay fair. And they got the wheels turning again here.
So second and third now. Game far from over. Here's Yandy Diaz, who is the tying run at the plate. And a strike with the changeup. This is the dad, little twitch, watching, hoping. And then he lets it out. Slow roller, going to be a tough play. Volpe. Not in time. Run scores. So an infield single for Diaz. And now the Yankees lead by 2, 8-6.
Yeah, he beat that one. You taught to hit the front part of the bag, but when you reach out, your foot goes in different spots here. Another infield knock. Volpe made a nice play. The ball's dying here. Once it hits that grass closer to the dirt, the ball seems to die a lot more. Or slow down, I should say.
So Matt Blake will come out and talk. Also, if you watch that, Todd, Ben Rortvedt held up. He did not go on contact. So I don't know if there was a play at home, but the fact that he held up would make you think about it. But Volpe was looking at first all the way.
Yeah, and that's a spot where he might thought the pitcher was going to get the ball, so he was in between. But Simpson was on his horse, so he had to get going. You kind of wish Volpe came through that ball with his momentum going towards first base. But, you know, tough read either way.
So Walls is going to pinch run, and that's significant because that's the tying run. So an extra base hit. Walls is carrying that from first base. So the meeting breaks up. Now it's Brandon Lau at the plate. Still one out. First and third. Runner goes. The throw is bounced to second. And it's a stolen base for Walls. Staying put at third is Simpson. Now, that's important because now the tying run has moved into scoring position.
Yeah, he got a really good jump right there. Just another bad feel, that's all. I think he would have been safe either way. But this is what the Rays have to do to win these games. Take chances, and when they get opportunities, they got to seize them.
Yankees play the infield back. The run at third means nothing. One and one. Now I'm wondering, watching Wells throw that ball, was he throwing it to Williams and Williams didn't know? Because that ball on a fly hit the pitcher's mound. It was more than underthrown.
Yeah, and maybe that's the in-between part. So it hit the mound. Maybe he's trying to throw it through the pitcher. It's a rarity. You don't see that too often in the big leagues.
1-1. The fastball for a strike. And here's Wells as well.
Yeah, he's ducking to get out of the way there. He wasn't anywhere near that.
1-2 on Lau. Second and third, one out. And that one is looped into left center field. That's going to tie the game. The Rays have scored 4 in the bottom of the 9th inning against Devin Williams to tie the game at 8.
Looks like a little change up there that stayed out over. You know, you come in, get up 4 runs, you try to find a way to get out of the inning, you get the first guy out. And the next thing you know, an error turns into 4 runs. It's got to be frustrating here for Devin Williams.
And here's a dangerous Junior Caminero. And a strike. On Caminero. Well, the Yankees had the opportunity with a 4-run lead not to go to Williams. And as Todd mentioned, sometimes closers in non-safe situations don't have that same intensity. I'm not saying that's what happened here, but they could have started the inning with Yoendris Gomez. Ground ball, grab by Cabrera, fires the second one. Over first, a beautiful double play. Oh, what a double play to end the bottom of the 9th inning.
What a make-up play right there. You can't say it enough. He threw it from his backside, basically laying prone to the ground. Good scoop. Get on your rear end and throw it to second, and Jazz with a beautiful play. Hopefully that's the momentum they need.
Well, we have free baseball here. But what a way to end the bottom of the 9th inning, Todd.
I mean, that's such a hard play. You make the play, you think about getting on your feet, but he had no time, and to throw a strike to second base. You know how strong you have to be to do that and how prepared you have to be.
Well, Volpe is the Manfred man at second base as Grisham swings and misses against Uceda. It's 8-8. Yankees had this one in the bag. But 4 runs by the Rays. We have extra innings. 0-2. Grisham had a home run in the second inning. 1 for 3 with a walk. Now calls time. Uceda is the 6th pitcher out of the bullpen for Tampa Bay. The Yankees have used 4. Just got a piece to stay alive. Yankee bullpen, Yoendris Gomez. I still don't think they want to use Hill and Yarbrough. And I guess Cruz is a possibility, but looks like Gomez is next. Oh, jumped up and got him in the face on the foul ball.
Oh, yeah, right in the chin.
Oh.
We've seen guys get hit in the leg, the ankle, the foot. Rarely hit in the face like that. Took it like a champ.
Right in the chin.
See if we got some stitching on there tomorrow from the baseball laces. If he wasn't woken up, he's woken up now.
0-2 on Grisham. Volpe at second. Extra innings, runner starts at second, who made the final out of the previous inning. The 1-2. Line drive, it's a base hit to right field. Volpe will advance to third. Mangum comes up throwing home. So a base hit for Grisham, first and third, and nobody out in the 10th. Grisham keeps on keeping on.
Get a little changeup, keeps the hands extended. Stayed back, bent down perfectly there. First and third, and Bellinger comes up with a big opportunity.
And you get another mound visit and extra innings because they had used up all of their visits. Now Snyder comes out to talk to Uceda. So Bellinger's been struggling. Will he come through here? Home plate umpire Scott Barry trying to break up the mound visit. Well, against lefties, Bellinger hits .294. Against righties, he struggled this year, .133. And the OPS much lower. First and third for the Yanks. We're in the 10th, 8-8 game.
As you see, the corners are in, infield in the middle, staying back.
Grounded foul. Now, you agree with that? They're probably allowing the run because they get a runner at second base to start the bottom of the inning.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Rays, you try and get the double play. If not, get one out. But if you're Bellinger, you're thinking opposite field right here. There's a huge hole on the left side, and you don't have to hit it hard either.
And it looks like the Yankees have been taking advantage, hitting against the shift in these first three games. Now, I'm not sure that's by design, but it certainly has occurred that they have squeezed balls through the vacated hole.
Yes, and that swing right there by Bellinger, that's the one he wanted back. He got a fastball, center cut, just underneath.
Bellinger took over and left for Dominguez. And now when he spoils on the changeup. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. So Bellinger does not get it done. He goes down swinging. And that'll bring up Oswaldo Cabrera.
Yeah, just a fastball by you. Way off the plate. He was already in swing mode. Had no legs underneath him right there. Was trying to just punch it out there any way he could.
A big spot for Oswaldo Cabrera. Again, they remain back at short and second, looking for the double play. In at the corners. Volpe's at third. Grisham at first. Big cut. Two. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Uceda strikes out Bellinger and Cabrera, and now there are two outs.
Again, high fastball. They had a couple pitches to hit there. Just by you.
Now the Yankees are going to send up Escara to pinch hit for Reyes. The only one left on the bench is Oswald Peraza. The only extra inning game for the Yankees, April 6th in Pittsburgh. That was a loss in 10 innings. They've used 3 of the 4 on the bench now. Takes a change, 1-0.
You know how big this at-bat is for both teams. You got Judge on deck, and they can get out of it right here.
High fly ball, right field. Mangum puts it away, and Uceda works out of trouble. Yankees strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Well, you might ask yourself, why are we here in the 10th inning? Well, here's why. With 1 out, Caballero will go to second. A hit and an E5. Then the first big league hit for Chandler Simpson. A double that drives in a run. Yandy Diaz, a tapper to Volpe. Infield hit and an RBI. And then Brandon Lau with runners on second and third. Dunks one in the left center field. They avoided further damage. This great play by Cabrera, 5-4-3, forcing extra innings. Yankees don't score in the 10th. Now Caminero starts the inning at second base. And Christopher Morel is pinch running because Caminero made the final out. Yoendris Gomez on the mound for the Yanks. And the 0-1 to Aranda. Outside, 1-1. Aranda 0 for 4. Struck out his last time up against Weaver. High fly ball, deep right. Judge back, track, wall. Ball game. A 2-run walk-off home run for Aranda, and the Yankees lose a tough one by a score of 10-8.
.104 off the bat. Saw a pitch he liked, fastball inside, drove it right over the wall. Tough one for the Yanks today.
Now they had this one in the win column. 4-run lead in the 9th inning with Williams on the mound, but it didn't work out, and this is how it ends.
Yeah, just dropped the barrel of the bat to it. He knew it. Well, the guy that's coming into the game here with a couple home runs, it's been swinging the bat well, too.
Well, the Yankees have their 5-game winning streak snapped, and the Rays have their 4-game losing streak snapped in dramatic fashion. So the walk-off 2-run home run by Aranda. Rays win 10-8-10. Now let's take a look at the Cadillac drive of the game.
Here it is, Aranda finally getting a pitch to drive. Right when he hit it, he knew it was out. Gomez throws a fastball in. And if you're a lefty, that's the spot you're looking for all day. One of the mistakes they made, extra innings, it's very hard to do, but that's one of a big home run for him.
10-11-0 for the Rays, 8-10-1 for the Yankees. It took 3 hours and 22 minutes. Uceda gets the win. Gomez takes the loss. Devin Williams, 4 runs allowed in the 9th, allowed the Rays to tie it, and Aranda with the walk-off home run. Coming up on the YES Network, stay tuned for the WBA postgame show with Bob Lorenz and John Flaherty. Special thanks to producer Troy Benjamin, director Michael Cooney, Mike Webb, and the executive producer is Jared Ames Boschnack. Join us again tomorrow as the Yankees wrap up the series against the Rays at George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. Coverage begins at 12:30 on YES, with first pitch coming shortly after 1:30. Again, the final score in 10 innings, the Rays 10 and the Yankees 8. For Todd Frazier and Meredith Marakovitz, I'm Michael K. saying see ya from George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. Now let's go to Bob Lorenz and John Flaherty for standing by in our YES Network studios with the post-game show. Guys,